Alright, looks like it's time. Let's go. Hello. How goes it? I got some new pigments. I may have broke down and bought some chameleon pigments because they were super pretty. So I'm just labeling all of the little test chips that I made. Chameleon. Okay, and this is magenta. So how are you guys doing? Yeah, I figured I pulled some stuff out of the pressure pot today, including these. This one was probably the most this one's probably the most surprising to me. This one, just, I like it so much better here than in the, where is it? Where's the, yeah, it looks like green in the bottle. Oops, that's not where I was trying to get to. It's like, it looks like kind of green in here, which is, it's just not that appealing to me, honestly. It's just kind of goes between like green and orange, and it looks very muddy. But here, the gold, the name golden makes more sense to me. That's pretty. Ooh, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of like tiger's eye. That's what it reminds me of. So yeah, we're gonna pour some resin today. I figured we could start off with getting these set up because I do want to look at all of the different colors that I have. I had a couple of suggestions for things to make, but I was figuring we could decide together what to make for today. So I was saying Halloween themed dice. So I got a couple of suggestions when I mentioned it in my Discord. Got a couple suggestions. One of them was candy corn dice, which I was thinking, oh, well, if I do that, I should probably do it in like 3 separate pours. But I think if I wait long enough for the resin to get, you know, thicker, I could probably do candy corn dice. They might mix a little bit, but who cares? We could still do kind of like layers. This one is Galaxy. I don't like this one as much. This one it's like, the base color's red. I have one that's very similar, actually. I wonder if I have, yeah, I'll have to look at that and see how close these are to. Oops, chameleon. I'm wondering how similar this one is to a different color that I have. Like I said, I'm going to pull out all of the paint chips here. I have another one I feel like is very similar. Where's that? Not this one, but it's a different one. Oh, this one. Okay, so it's different. Yeah, this is the one that I was thinking it was kind of similar to. And they're similar, but they're definitely different. This one's more blue, but they're still both like red that shimmer like a green or blue color. Yeah, so candy corn. I also had the suggestion of orange and black. I was also thinking maybe we could do orange and purple instead. A couple different options there. And then I had someone suggest like sugar skull dice for Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. Is that how you say it? And for those ones, I might at some point actually make some little skulls out of polymer clay and paint them to look like little sugar skulls. But I was also thinking I could just do, I was thinking like a dirty pour with white, maybe white and black. I don't know if I want to do just white or just black, and then like 3 neon colors in there. Oh, I could do glow in the dark. So these neons that I have, these are also glow in the dark. That'd be super cool. I could do like white maybe, and then 3 glow in the dark pigments. Actually, that's what I had in here. You can kind of see. That might be cool. All right, we'll pull these back out, but I want to finish getting all of these other paint chips made. I also have a bunch of random dice here that I figured we could unmold before we do anything. It's just random dice. I'm getting ready for a convention next weekend, so there won't be a stream next weekend. I'm going to be at Lilac City Comic Con. I really like this one. This one's really pretty. But I've noticed for in-person events, a lot of the things that sell really well are a bunch of like little things. And one of the little things that I have is a bunch of random raw dice that you can like dig through and buy individually. So the last convention I went to, I sold quite a few of those, so my stock of miscellaneous dice had gone down. Oh, I really like this one. This one's really pretty. Okay, just a second. Let's see if I can show you the shimmer on this. Chameleon, teal. Of course I like it. It's teal. I like teal. But let's see if I can show you. Oh yeah, you can see. You can kind of see that. Maybe it looks a little bit more blue on camera even, but that's like a really pretty tealy color. It's like a dark blue and then it shimmers that like teal, almost green. It goes like kind of the dark blue and then it goes from like blue to green. It's pretty. I like that one. I'm probably going to use that one far too much because I like it. I'm also going to use this one a lot. This is another one where I'm like, I think I have something very similar to this. And I use it all the time, but the problem is I just have a little sample size. So if it is really similar to this other one that I really like, that's going to be nice that I have more of it now. I do need to figure out how I want to arrange these on my shelf over here too. Do I want to put all of these together? Do I want to put them with different... Let me show you how I have things arranged. So I have things... Let's see if I can get closer. Yeah, so here's all of my like micas arranged by color. And then I have down here some multi-chrome colors and multi-chrome flakes. So I'm not sure whether I should put these with the mica colors up here or if I should put them with like by themselves down in the like multi-chrome flakes row. I could go either way because I do have some like what are they called, color shift I guess pigments up here. I have interference colors up here, so this is like an interference pink. It looks white and then it shimmers pink, so I feel like it could go either way. Yeah, it is like a nice sea color. That's exactly what it feels like. It's very oceany. Oh, I might have to do something with that. Some oceany something. But yeah, I don't know how I want to arrange those. Oh, let's get this one out. Let's see here. So we'll do these, and then we will unmold the miscellaneous dice that I poured for the convention. I'm somewhat nervous for this convention. It should be fun, but I'm debating, should I vlog it? I vlogged my first ever convention, and I went and vlogged. I have video footage from the last convention I did. I just haven't gotten around to editing it yet. It's next on the docket. I had a video that I finally finished editing yesterday. I think that's next, is the video footage from the last convention I went to. Is it gonna get repetitive if I vlog all of the conventions I go to? I don't know. I probably should get even more video footage available on my camera. Oh my gosh, this is not one right. There we go. Olive. I like this color. This one's, it's kind of like a green yellow. It looks white and then it shimmers like yellow, like a really, it's very subtle between green and yellow, but they're pretty. But yeah, so the convention I'm going to next weekend is by far the largest convention that I will have been a vendor at so far. I've been to, you know, a larger convention, just as a, you know, person who's going for fun. But this will be the biggest event that I will have had a table at. So that's exciting and nerve-wracking. Hopefully I have enough stuff. I realized, so I have, how many sets of dice do I have? Let's see, what's 4 times 6 is 24, 5 to 6, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So maybe about 35, maybe about 35 sets of dice, maybe, probably around that. And I'm like, hopefully that is enough. The thing is, I'm gonna have like 13 new sets in the beginning of July. But I don't want to bring those out on the table because I want to release them all in my shop first, all together at the beginning of July. So it's like I have more dice, but I don't know that I want to put them out for people to buy. I guess it doesn't really matter, it's just me being weird, but you know, I didn't like this color until I saw the name. Because it's also kind of like a weird orangish yellow, and then it has like, it's like brown, and then it shimmers green. But the name is Mint. And now that I see the name, I'm like, oh yeah, I kind of like that. It's like very earthy, and then it shimmers green. I can get behind that. I can get behind Mint as a name for that. Yeah, I didn't feel like I had enough time to get more full sets of dice done that weren't the 13 that I wanted to release all together for this convention, so I'm working on a bunch of other stuff. I got some random jewelry things. I just pulled these out today too. I have some just little bottles here that, wait a second, it never likes to focus close, but maybe it will. Yeah, it did. Little bottles here that I'll put the corks in and attach. Trying to do some jewelry. I have some other jewelry upstairs. That's what we did on the last stream, was kind of came up with some jewelry ideas. We came up with some fun ones. I'm gonna try and get some of that. Oh, I'm not gonna have time to put that together today. It's gonna have to happen next week. I have a busy day today. Oh gosh. So I have this. Obviously, I'm streaming. And then I need to go clear off the dining room table because there's stuff all over it. We have people coming over for dinner. And then at 4, there's like a what is it called? It's not like a gallery opening. The gallery is not opening, but there's a new exhibit type thing. And they're, you know, kind of opening that. I don't know, I don't know what you call that. But a couple of artist friends have a exhibit thing at a local gallery that is opening today, so I want to go to that. And then I'm going to rush back. I'm not going to stay very long, because I'm going to rush back here because we have folks coming over for dinner. So it's going to be a long day. Champagne. Champagne. So yeah, I hate pouring resin. There's hair on my shirt. Probably cat hair. Cat hair. I hate feeling rushed. I hate having like things that I need to get to at certain times. Like I hate pouring resin before that, but we should have plenty of time. The gallery opening thing is not until 4. And I think I can clear off the table pretty quick. Just off the table? Maybe not, but if all else fails, I can just pull everything off the table and into a box somewhere. It's a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. I do want a clean house. My house is a mess. I had kind of a realization yesterday that, so part of the reason that my house is a mess is because I always feel like I don't have time to clean. But I literally just went and swept the kitchen yesterday, and it took a whole like 10 minutes to sweep. I'm like, oh, I could just do little pieces at a time. For some reason, this just doesn't come naturally to my brain to realize, oh, you can just You can just spend 5 minutes clearing off the counter. That's fine. All right, this is the last one. There's a bunch of stuff in here. Plum. That one is kind of an interesting, I don't know if I'd call that plum. I guess it kind of goes between the two plum colors. It has like that very reddish color, and then it goes to like a bluish purple color. I guess. It's always panic clean. Yeah, it is. It really is, but it was nice and cathartic yesterday, because yesterday I just went into like a mode, because I was like, there's stuff all over my kitchen floor. I have the recycling bin just in the middle of the floor. I'm like, I am just condensing this. I went and threw out a bunch of stuff that had just been sitting there for months that we were never going to use. Anyways, it was nice. It felt good. Alright, so here's all of our new colors, which is exciting. Maybe we should try and use like some of the new colors today. You know, they don't have to all be Halloween themed. We could do something else. But I did put it in the title, so I feel like I should at least do some Halloween themed dice. I think the candy corn's a fair idea. And then I'm not sure on the sugar skull type ones. Oh, did I ever finish my thought on that? Yes, I did. I might make some actual sugar skulls to put in some dice, but I was thinking it'd be fun to do neon colors. Don't know if we'll actually do that or not, but it's an option. Do we want to look at colors next, guys, or do you want to unmold these miscellaneous dice? It won't take very long to unmold things. Give you guys an option. Can I set like... Unfortunately, I can't. Will it let me go to... Oh, I'm not signed into the correct... Never mind. I'm running everything from the streaming software because it doesn't like to pull up on this computer, the YouTube side of things. I literally just have the stream itself open to make sure it's running okay. Well, here, while we wait, I'm gonna unmold. Ooh, that did not turn out. Huh. I wonder if I can fix that. I'll try putting some more resin in there and see what happens. Cool looking. Not a usable die. Cool looking. I did use some of the shimmery pigments that I just pulled out, because I kind of poured like a little bit of extra resin into all of them, because I was like, well, then I can use some of it in some random miscellaneous dice and see how they look. And like, there's the yellow. It's pretty. Look how it's so sparkly. So that's exciting. D20, not D20, D2. Oh, this D20 has a little bubble in it. Might be able to fix that. I guess I got a lot of bubbles and things this time. I don't know why. Sometimes that just happens. Sometimes things just have bubbles. Ooh. This one's kind of weird. It can go in the miscellaneous. It's very sparkly, but it's very odd. Never likes to focus where I want it to focus. Come on. There we go. Very sparkly. Lots of colors in there. Maybe a few too many colors. But at the same time, it feels kind of galaxy-ish. With all the shimmery, dark, sparkly stuff in there. Hey Omar, how's it going? It's nice to see you. I'm just unmolding a few things and then we're going to look at some colors. Figure out what we want to make today. These are all just random things. This one's definitely odd, but it works. Half green and gold, half random shimmery. That is the kind of things that end up in the miscellaneous dice bin. It's just things that are all sorts of different random colors. Just building a computer, you know, regular things. As one does. To be fair, that might, yeah, I have a friend that's probably gonna break into my house next weekend while I'm gone and mess with my computer. Well, that's kind of interesting. Kind of weird. And I do say it like that because he might use lockpicks to get into my house, which I've told him is fine. It's like enrichment for his enclosure. Like, ooh, I can actually try lockpicking my way into a house. That sounds terrible. Sounds terrible. We'll go back to this footage if he gets caught trying to use lockpicks on my house and gets in trouble. So if he needs an out, this is me saying I did give him permission to use lockpicks to get into my house while I'm gone. Yeah, because I'm going to be at a convention next weekend. Ooh, this one's kind of cool. This one has like a very naturey vibe, but I like it. It's so shimmery. It's got all sorts of greens and like yellows and browns in there. That's cool. Alright, so there's some miscellaneous and dice. I'll put these away. Got all of my molds down here. There. This goes here. I mean, we're obviously going to have to grab some of these, but I don't know what we want to grab yet, so I'm just going to put them away for now. Alright. Bunch of miscellaneous dice. I'm going to set these off to the side. Alright, let's figure out what we want to make today. So yeah, I have the suggestion of candy corn dice. So that would be yellow, orange, and white. Did I look that up before streaming? Maybe. Do we want to do like a shimmery? Do we want to do like a shimmery? Do we want to do it very like actual candy corn colors? Because I could go like shimmery, like a gold, orange, white. I could go like that. Let's set that here. Could go like that. I could do, where's this better? Look at my colors. Oh, that's pretty good actually. Those are pretty good colors. I'd maybe go even go a little bit lighter on the yellow. Maybe that one. Anyway, so could go with shimmery colors. Could go with, I could try doing it with glow in the dark colors. Here's my white. That's blue. That's blue. Did I have a white glow in the dark? I thought I had a white glow in the dark, but actually, wait, I do have a white glow in the dark, so I could do it with like glow in the dark colors. I might not have a chip for it, but I know that I do have a white glow in the dark somewhere. Wait, nope, that's not it. And then where's the yellow glow in the dark? I feel like I don't have. Oh, here it is. So could do glow in the dark colors. Could do just regular. I'd mix these with some white, make them opaque. Let's do that orange. There's a good yellow. Like a just flat, just a flat color. I could do all three. I could do one shimmery, one glow in the dark, and one flat. I don't know if that'd be a little bit odd or if it'd make it more interesting. Not sure on that. But I could always do shimmery gold, glow in the dark orange. The shimmery looks nice. Yeah, I do like the shimmery. We've got options here though. It's always the hard thing is when there's options. Oh. We could try out. No, that's too green. Oh, they are very similar. This one's the new one's a little bit more green. So yeah, this one's more blue and stuff. So oh, I don't know if I'll be able to show this on camera. I don't know if it'll show. But here's the one that I really like that I already had, and this is the new one. They look very similar. Very, very similar. I think the old one is a little bit more yellow. The new one's a little bit more green, but they're so close. So that's exciting because I really like that one. I use it all the time. Yeah, lots of them. Maybe more pigments was not the wisest choice because now I can't decide. I can't decide whether you should live or die. Okay. Well then. Oh man, I really like this one. I want to try doing something with that one. Pog! It does seem a bit like Pogs, doesn't it? I don't know if I could. Oh yeah, these two flip pretty well. I've never actually played Pogs. I know what they are, but I've never like played with them. I think they might be a little bit more before my time. I think they're a little bit before my time. When were Pogs a thing? Is that 90s? '90s? Okay, yeah, I would have been a little bit young. Alright, yeah. I was probably alive for Pogs, but a bit young for Pogs. Yeah. Yeah. They are just barely before my time. Pog. I really like these two. These two are standout to me. I really like these two. The golden, which I did not like in the bottle at all, but I really like here. And the teal, which it's like such a pretty blue, and then it has that teal shimmer to it. It's so pretty. Really like those two. And I mean, obviously I like this one as well, but I like this one more as like an accent, I think. Yeah, there's some pretty stuff in here. Okay, so candy corn. We've had one vote for the shimmery. So maybe we'll go with that. Might be a little bit too much if I did one of each. So we'll go shimmery because we've had a vote. No one else voted, so we'll do that. Put that up to the side now. Should I do a set of by unanimous decision? Yeah, I mean, if only one person votes, I guess it's unanimous. Should I do, should I hold off and make some actual, yeah, it's all good. It's just good to see you, Omar. Should I hold off and make some actual little sugar skulls out of like clay and paint them and stuff to put into dice? Or should I try and make a set of dirty pour dice that are inspired by the colors of sugar skulls? I'm thinking like white and then some neon colors. I don't know if I want to do white and black and then neon colors. I pulled out a split cup for this So I thought that would work well. I could do like black on one side, white on the other, and then 3 neons. They are brightly painted skulls for Day of the Dead. It's in like Mexico, and it's just Mexico that really does Dia de los Muertos. Am I saying that right? Dia de los Muertos? I don't speak Spanish. I probably have the accent terrible. Muertos? I should have taken Spanish in school. We have so many people here that speak Spanish. I took French. Okay, cool. But yeah, I don't know if I should... Oh, you haven't... Are you new here, Leonard B? Oh man, I should find some dice to show you. That's kind of my thing, is making little tiny things to put in dice. Do I have any little tiny things? Oh, I have some little skulls here, actually. This isn't a great one. Let's grab this one. I like this one better. There's a skull. Oops. There's a skull I made out of polymer clay a while back. I was thinking more, this one's not great, it's kind of oddly shaped, but I was thinking more this size, which would fit in like a D20. Hi Andrea! Glad you could join us. Yeah, I only have these two here. I have a couple of random bones as well. Just paint these up. They're not too bad to make. I just need to make some more. No, I feel like that's kind of my thing at this point, is making a bunch of little tiny things to put in dice. These flowers were for commission at one point. I had extra flowers left over. Tiny skull molds. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I have a friend that has some like little skull molds. I think actually I have some of those here. Oh, those would actually maybe work even better. She poured some and sent some to me and another friend to try out, and I have a set of dice that I use them in. I also have, I don't need all of these, I can just grab one, they're all pretty much the same. Because I also have these tiny little resin skulls, so could just paint those. Oh man, you guys just, oh, I'm just sorry, I'm thinking of the, should I show off a commission on camera? I always feel a little bit bad showing things like that off on camera before the person has gotten them. I usually try to get commissions to the person first, but also I'm really happy with how it came out, and I have it over here. Let me see if it would even, it's partially sanded at the moment. It's definitely not finished, so I don't feel as bad. There was a little spot on it that I had to touch up, so there's kind of a weird little spot there, and it's partially sanded. But this is a commission I'm working on with the Twilight books, and I painted all of the little books, and they have back covers too. I made a little apple out of polymer clay and put that in there as well. So, sorry, I like making little inclusions like this. It's fun. It just takes time. When I first started making dice, I was always thinking that I might try and do all of my dice as like little dioramas. That was an idea that I floated, but it's just too much work. And it's fun to make other stuff too. But anyway, should I hold off and make little sugar skulls, like out of clay and paint them and stuff, or should I go ahead and just try doing a dirty pour. I can still do the other idea later, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this now or if I want to just make something else now, you know. I did also have the idea of doing like an orange and black set. I also like orange and purple personally as a thing for Halloween. Ooh, this could be kind of pretty. I wonder if I could do like, would those be, I mean, they'd be weird together, but would those be kind of cool together? Oh, you can't really, oh, this goes all the way to green. Sorry, these are all multi-chromes, so they shimmer through a range of colors. I didn't realize this one shimmered all the way to green. I just got it at like, oh, that's weird. I got it at just the right angle to see the green. It's weird. It's purple for me here and it's green for me here. But I could do like a multi-chrome with like the orange. I'm open to other ideas though. This is just kind of a, we're just gonna make stuff sort of day. So if you have an idea for some colors you'd like to see together or a theme, I am all ears for stuff like that. Because we're just playing. We're just playing today. I do not need that one. I have a few random chips here, and these are all things that I don't really use, like grape Kool-Aid. The grape Kool-Aid was actually interesting because it is scratch and sniff. Oh, maybe it's lost its scent a little bit. Yeah, never mind. Maybe it's lost its scent. Anyways, it did smell like grape Kool-Aid when I first pulled that out. But yeah, I don't know. I'm down for color ideas. I like these colors together. They're not Halloween colors, but I like them together. Although that's kind of similar to probably foggy blue purple night with tree branch inclusions, orange numbers. That is oddly specific. Blue purple. I mean, that's doable. I have probably all those things. We could try just a spacey sort of thing with some of the new pigments, because some of these are very spacey. They do look really pretty and like a set of space dice. Okay. It's my stream. Okay, my stream's fine. It's just the web page is being funky. Okay, that's fine. Blue and purple is definitely doable. I feel like if I wanted like veins, I'd use moss. You could use, I have some colored moss. I just realized that it is all upstairs because I was putting it into necklaces and stuff up there because that was more comfortable, but could do like moss. That'd look pretty cool. I've definitely done, you know what is a fun look is putting moss in it and then doing like a mica drop, so all of the mica drips through all the moss. It kind of break the moss because of all of the little pieces and stuff. I'm thinking, I have a little tiny piece right here. I'm thinking this kind of moss, the like, I think it's reindeer moss, where it kind of spreads out and stuff. It breaks up all of the mica that's dripping through it and gives it a lot of different like tendrils and stuff. I have a set that I just inked yesterday that I had done kind of like a foggy, like a white milk bath kind of foggy thing around the moss, and then did like a really dark shimmery black through it, and it's cool. It's not something I would normally do, but it's for like a theme that I'm working on, and it just kind of like drips through and looks all dark and mysterious. It's cool. So that, we could do something like that. I need to go and grab the moss because it's all upstairs in my office. I could bring down that set though to show you too, but That's, yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, let's, we could do like a graveyard set. Like a foggy graveyard. Let me go grab the moss and the, that other set so I can show you. Because I don't want to make just the same set twice. There's a glowing moon in the middle. Gosh, you're very, what's the word I'm looking for? Where you want to get a lot done. What is the word I'm looking for? Where it seems like you can do it, or you know that you can do it. What is that word? Not gung-ho. Ambitious, that's the word. That was the word I was looking for. I like the hello BRB. It's okay, I'm gonna BRB too. I'm gonna go grab the moss that I left upstairs and the set of dice to show you guys, and I will be right back. Alright, I have the goods. There we go. I've brought things. I have other random stuff in here too. Easy to be ambitious when you're not the one doing the work. Fair. Alright. I ended up bringing some other things down too. Like flowers. Just put these over here for now. Also, my Tupperware container of dead bees also came down with all the moss. You guys want to see all of the dead bees? I can show them to you. I don't. Here, I'll show you. If you don't like dead bugs, look away for half a second. Yeah, come on. Ugh, doesn't want to find them. Yeah. Yeah. Didn't want to focus. That's okay. You get the gist. But now that's put away now, so if you were looking away, you can look back now. Anyways, I grabbed all the moss. I also grabbed the dice that I was talking about. Let's see if I can get one of them to focus. I'm going to show you the D. Waiting for 6 more. I needed a single dead bee for a commission that I did like a long time ago, like a couple years ago. And I ordered the smallest amount that I could find off of Etsy. I think it was from like a beekeeper. And that was what I ended up with a whole Tupperware container. This is my fault for ordering by weight and not thinking about how like light they are. Sounds like an ingredient for a magic concoction. I don't know. I don't know why people order dead bees. I don't know if people eat them or something. Are they supposed to help with like allergies? I don't know. People, is a dead bee smoothie a magic concoction? I don't know. Anyways, that's weird to think about. So, with this set, you can see I have the moss in there, and then the moss with the fog, and then it drips through and it really breaks it apart into little tiny pieces and tendrils, which is cool. Let me see. Might be kind of hard to see on here, I don't know. You can kind of see some of the stuff dripping through in there. So I was thinking maybe we could kind of try to replicate that sort of look again. Oh, here's a question for you guys. Does the purple detract, do you think, from the dice? I wanted to get some purple in there, but I worry that it's the focus instead of the inside of the dice. Or is it good? I've got a good little bit in there. Rising, sinking down through the depths or whatever. Yeah, this is a set where I would not normally have put all these colors together, but now that it's made, I'm like, oh, I like these. These turned out cool. Let me set these off to the side over here, out of the way. But yeah, we could do something like that, and I have a bunch. Okay, cool. Oh, thank you. All right, so I've got a bunch of different moss colors. So we could do, whatever. I've got like a purple here. So we could do kind of like a graveyard. I have black moss, and we could do a different color dripping down through it if we wanted to. I could go for just, you know, plain old green. Do we want to do the same sort of thing? Sorry, they're over there. Same sort of thing with like the foggy effect and then something dripping down through, or do we just want to do like a translucent color with moss in it and then something dark dripping through it? I feel like if it's a graveyard, the fog's kind of cool, but we could do less of the fog, just a little bit of like a white tendril through it, like wisps of fog. I do have some other moss as well, other shaped moss. We could do this kind of moss, or this feels kind of graveyardy right here. I did make actual graveyard dice at one point. I think Omar, who might be lurking at the moment, he ended up with those. That was a while back. They had little gravestones in them and stuff. I still have some of the gravestones. Black moss, light wisps, and red drip. That would be cool. Yeah, just wisps of white fog. Ooh, yeah. Like a ghost. Yeah, that'd be cool. So maybe we'll do like a clear resin with just little wisps of white, and then we'll do something dark or red. Red could be cool too. You're using them in a current campaign? Oh, awesome. That's sweet. This is why I make dice. I like making things that people can use. Oh yeah, I could put like a tiny skull in the D20. That's true, I do have that tiny skull. I mean, I could put it in the D6 actually too. I could do like the little tiny one and put it in like the D6. I say the D6 because you can see things better in the D6. The D20, it has so many sides and angles to it that it bends the light and it's harder to see what's inside of it. Whereas with the D6, you have the flat sides that you can look into. So I could do a... Where did that go? I just dropped it. There it is. Could do like the tiny skull and like the D6. That'd be cool. I think if I do that, I'm not going to do the red. I think I'm going to do like a black or something. I don't want to... Sorry, I'm just thinking now of, I don't want to overpower it with a mica drop. I don't want to like completely cover it up. I'm just thinking on that. I could put it kind of in one corner and do the mica drip on the other corner, I think. I think if I do this, I want to go a little bit more Yeah, I'm a maximalist at heart. But yes, yeah, that's fair too. I think just one skull is not going to be a problem. Especially if we do, I think we'll do green moss. If we're going to do this, I don't know that I want to do black and red. I feel like I have a lot of black and red dice already. Just whenever I want something spooky, I automatically go black and red. Yeah, but I want you to be able to see it. If I put too much of the mica, it's going to be hard to see. Also, I really like this little skull and I want to show it off. Could also put the not as cool skull. You're a minimalist. Nah, I'm like, let's throw everything in but the kitchen sink. I'm gonna eat a cracker. Sorry. We can throw some rocks in too. Okay. I'm thinking moss. You could just do moss and rocks and then tendrils of white fog. We don't even necessarily have to do the mica drip. Oh, peat trees. Don't talk. I can't do peat trees. Peat trees are, oh my gosh, bane of my existence. Sorry, I thought I heard my cat. No, I have so much trouble with peat trees. When they work, it is a fluke accident. I do have like a couple. Yeah, here. Yeah, I did do this set. I did do this set for a video. Sweet. Yeah, some people it comes to supernaturally, also supernaturally, but some people peat trees are super easy. I've always given me a hard time. But I did do like this set for a video a while back, and this set turned out pretty good. I was pleasantly surprised. Because most of the time, either it doesn't sink at all, or it all sinks and I just end up with like a white face to it. Or, like I said, a white face, it doesn't pull the color down, it's just the white that sinks. And I end up with all the color at the top and the white has fallen down. This is the cat set, yes. This is the set where my cats designed it for me. Those away. So white pigment, it always sinks so heavily, but it worked out because you dropped them on. Oh, on something. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. I guess it's kind of like what I was talking about here with the moss, where it breaks up some of the stuff that's dripping through. Yeah. I won't even know if it turned out till tomorrow's. Might turn out perfectly. I just have trouble with them. Reverse peat trees are okay, but. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. So, but yeah, so how about this, guys? How about this? How about some random little rocks? These are not actually rocks. These are polymer clay, so that they're not super heavy. Some green and maybe black mosses and a white wisp through it. Buddy. Do we need cat cam for a second? Do we need Fitz to come say hello? Buddy, are you dying? It sounds like you are dying. The clay tends to sink. It's just slightly denser than the resin. All right, buddy, come say hello to the people. Here. Hi. Yes, you're my little troublemaker. Yeah, you probably went outside. All right, just a second, buddy. Let me go to here. Say hello to the people. Oh, are you purring? Oh, did you just want to hang out? Oh. You're resting your head on your cat right now and he's looking too. Oh, he's purring. No, buddy, you're not going down there. I also don't want to pet you too much because I know that you were shedding. Yes, I was eating crackers. Oh, he's such a happy boy. He's been causing all sorts of trouble lately, though. He spends a lot of time outside. He has so much energy. But as I bring him in at night, and he's been harassing the other cats. He's just been running around with so much energy. Oh, okay, buddy, I'm gonna let you out. I'm letting you out. I'm not letting you down in here. We're gonna pour resin. Oh, you gonna stay here for a while? Okay, as long as you stay on my shoulder, it's fine. Alright, apparently he's gonna hang out on my shoulder for a minute. Oh, no, never mind, he's going out. Alright, bye-bye. Oh, yeah, so the Petri dice that I just showed you where the cats designed them for me, that is the cat that determined that I was going to do a Petri, so. You have him to thank or blame. I think I have him to blame, everyone else has him to thank, probably. Yeah, he's dying out there. He's such a drama queen. I might go let him outside. I don't know if you guys can hear him yelling. He's yelling outside the door right now. He will let his displeasure be known. But yeah, I might go let him out. I mean, it is cute, but also buddy. To be fair, not all cats meow. All of my cats have different meows too. I can tell them apart. I have 4 cats and I could tell that that was Fitz. But apparently it's because, part of it is that cats don't meow after they're kittens usually. They meow to communicate with us. They don't really meow to communicate with other cats usually. Like, cats, feral cats out in the wild don't meow. I saw some funny videos of someone who had like rescued a feral cat, and it made like the weirdest noises because it didn't understand like meowing. But I don't know. It probably doesn't help that when they meow at me, I talk back at them. They're like, "Oh yes, we are having a conversation now." I've probably trained them to meow to get attention. That's probably on me. What were we doing? Oh, I do. Yeah. That is very cute. To be fair, Fitz doesn't usually meow, at least when he's happy. When he doesn't meow, he just talks. He kind of like chirps a bunch. Yeah, he'll just kind of talk at you. It's not like meowing, he just makes a bunch of like different noises like he's having a conversation. Okay. Oh, right, that's what we're doing. We were talking about graveyard dice. For graveyard dice, do we want to do a mica drip, or do we just want to do dark mosses with like a fogginess through? I kind of like the mica drip though, but I don't want to just copy that other set of dice. What if we did, what I put in this one over here, So you've got your shimmery stuff falling down. You can see there's like green and blue. I did a mix of multichrome flakes, and I think it was a mix of this graphite one, which feels a little bit more gray, but it's really sparkly, which I really like. Do I have that here? Where is that? There it is. It is super sparkly. It's so sparkly. I love this one. I use it all the time. And then with it a mix of that and the silver black here, which almost doesn't even look like a mica powder. It is so just dark. Yeah, it's this one. It barely has any shimmer to it at all, but it sinks like mica powder. So, you know, you mix a little of that in with the super sparkly one. You get a nice super sparkly dark color that's gonna sink. I mean, we could do basically something really the same as this, but in different colors, but that feels a little bit, I don't know, too similar. Just the same design in different colors. It's like, eh. We could go something where we go like a different dark color. This one's kind of brownish. Yeah! I like Detectives. I'm so excited for season 3. I'm working on Empire's SMP dice at the moment, which I know that that's going to be something that not everybody is familiar with either, but I'm working on those. That's what these are for. Another YouTube series. I might go let the cat out. Oh, yeah, one of the, yeah. That sounds like such a weird sentence, probably to everyone who has no idea what we're talking about. I am going to go run, I think, and let the cat out, because he is very unhappy out there. I think he wants to go frolic in the warmth. Oh, shipping to the, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Just a second. But yes, I'm going to go let the cat out. I'll be right back again. I'm not even going to put it on the, I'll put it on the BRB screen so everyone's not confused, but, oh my gosh, cat. It's fine. It's fine. You're not dying. He led me all the way to the back door, chirping all the way. All right, I'm back. Now there's not a cat yelling at my door. Yeah, what I was gonna say is I'm not a big merch person. I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of like. I have nothing against merch as a concept, but it's never been for me. Does that make sense? I've never been the type to like purchase merch. Usually the only things I will get are books relating to something that I really like. So I have like, from a long time ago, I have a book about like the creation of the musical Wicked. Super into that musical at one point in my youth. I have like a Critical Role book. And then I do have a little bit of random merch, and that's because it does not look like merch. I like the kind of merch that no one's gonna know that it's merch. I'm that kind of person. That's fair. Yeah. But also, because part of it too is just like, yeah, I have some really cool skull socks. Like, this doesn't look like merch at all. These are just cool skull socks. Anyways, yeah, I think if I ever got to a point where I was going to do merch, I'd want to do something that doesn't look like merch. You have one band t-shirt you wear, and that's it. Fair, yeah. I was going to say, though, so, Okay, we need to figure out what we're doing here. I'll at least start pulling out these colors here so we can get that figured out. I don't like letting people know I have interests. I've always said, like, do you guys know that meme that's just like, hide the couches, no one can know we sit? People know that meme? It's from a different YouTube thing from forever ago. Oh, let's not do that one. That's not gonna work very well. We'll do this one. No? Oh. Oh. Yeah, that's from a YouTube series thing, but it is kind of a meme online. Basically, it's this, like, neurotic lady who's cleaning the house because she has company coming over, and she's just running around with different things. It's just like, no, we don't have time, just throw it out. Like, it's like the chairs or whatever. Anyways, one of the lines in that is, quick, hide the couches, no one can know we sit. But I've also often thought of it as, quick, hide the fan art, no one can know I have interests. Oh, there's the string of my tea. Let's tie that back up so I'm not eating that. That's true too. But no, part of it's just like, no one can know that I like things. What if they judge me for it? But at the same time, the realization I came to is, I love when people are passionate about things, and I love hearing about it when people are passionate about things. Like, I love looking at fan art and that sort of stuff. No one can know I like things. It's true. It's true. Like, I don't know, I think it's super cool when people, like, make fan art for things, even if it's for something that I don't know anything about. So it's just, like, stupid of me that I'm worried about other people thinking I'm weird for having interests. Anyways, that's how the detectives. Also, Liz makes 30 sets of dice based on one thing. 13, not 30. 13. Yeah, that's going to be a fun series of videos and figuring out how to put those out so that it's not boring for people who have no idea what the series is. Because I'm going to have 13 of them. I think I'm probably going to try and release more than one video a week. Same difference, yeah, fair. It's close enough. So we've got those colors up. Trial dice? What do you mean trial dice? I don't know what they mean. Trial dice? From what? Oh, coca. Yeah, I get that. Oh! Right. Oh, that's true. Yeah. I do have the few sets that I made before the... That's cool. An Elden Ring light? That's cool. If you're part of my Discord, you should send a picture of that so I can see, because that sounds cool. If you are not part of my Discord and you want to be part of my Discord, there's a link in the description of this stream. There should be, anyways. Yes, it is. Okay. I can't figure out how to make it so you can post links. Omar, is that something that you have access to? I don't know if... I think especially from this computer, because I can't really get to the dashboard thing. It doesn't like to load. But I still don't know how YouTube works. Okay. I don't know. I'd like to make it so that you can post links. No, it didn't work. No. Alas, it did not. So, yeah, I don't think you can post links at the moment. I do want to figure it out so that you can, because I'm fine with people posting links as long as they, like, give me a heads up that they're going to post a link. But at the moment, it just does not send it at all. I think I'll go into the settings. I need to remember to go into the settings probably after this and on my other computer where I can actually access things, and poke around a bit. Maybe do some Googling, trying to figure that out. Nope, still didn't send. It goes, did that work, and then add the dot. So, still didn't send it. It's okay. It's okay. I shall just be regaled with tales of the Elden Ring desk light. I know. That's the other thing. It's like it doesn't even tell you that it doesn't send, which is, I wish it did. I wish it said, oh, you know, you can't post links or something. I wonder if that's an anti-spam measure to a certain extent, so that if people do post, like, to try to send links that are bots or something, it doesn't, like, kick that. I don't know. I'm sure it's like an anti-spam thing, anti-phishing thing. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're a mod, though. So I guess there's just different permissions at the moment for mods and everybody else. Alright, I'll go look at the permissions. You have the fancy wrench of mod privilege. Not as cool as a sword of mod privilege, but it'll have to do. I wonder if I can give you different symbols to show that you're a mod. I might have to look into that too. I'm sure Jen would be very happy to have a sword instead of a wrench. Let's put it in the Discord. Well, here, I'll look now since we're just chilling. Especially, yeah, true. Probably just in general. Oh, where did you post it? Oh, promote yourself, or? Ooh, cool. I love the photography here too. That's cool. Yeah, the background and the bottles and everything there looks very nice. All right, put that away with my cookies. I don't want to just copy that other set of dice. What if I do moss in clear resin with white dripping through it? Maybe like a shimmery white that's dripping through the moss. I could do almost like ghosts, and probably maybe not the skulls, but do like ghosts in a graveyard type of feel. I could do like dark mosses with like a shimmery white maybe rising up through them. So I was thinking kind of the drips like this out of the white instead. And then we could do some sort of other color in there, or maybe just some like flakes or something. Could do like a black foil flake, or do almost anything here. Could do like an interference blue, maybe. An interference purple kind of dripping through. Maybe an interference blue. Or I could use one of my new colors, I suppose. That would be smart. But I think most of them aren't white. A lot of them are darker colors. But I could do, but yeah, I could do like moss with the white dripping through instead. But yeah, what should I pair that with? I need some sort of darkness in there, I think. I could do like trails of black ink or a really dark purple ink or something in there, or both, and then do the white coming up through. Yeah, I have trouble with glow powder. It always sinks a ton, like really sinks for me. That's my problem. I think I just add too much maybe. Yeah, glowing would be cool if I could get it to work for me. Ooh, purple and teal. I like a good purple and teal combo. That could be pretty. And I mean, I could try doing this feels a little bit 90s, 80s, 90s. The black would probably help though. Yeah. Maybe I'll try the glow in the dark. You know, we might as well just try things. Do you want to do, let's see, sky blue or blue green? I don't think I can show either of these off because there's a window right there. Oh wait, I can't see them here. All right, so this one's more of like a greenish color, and this one's more of like a bluey purple, bluey green, bluey purple. I think maybe like the greenish type one. Just a little tiny bit of this in there. Go a little bit more green. If the dice are pretty dark, the glow will help it stand out. Well, I was thinking of going, yeah, greenish is ghostly. That's what I was thinking there. But I like that it's white, so you can't really see it. You won't be able to tell that it's, you know, there as much as like this one looks like it glows in the dark more than this one does. I think I just need to add less. Do I want to do a, oh, I wonder if I could do, should I do a dark color of drips? That's where I'm at. Do I want to do a light wispiness through it, like an inkiness with dark colored drips? Or do I want to do like white, light colored drips going through the moss and like maybe dark moss? Probably go fairly dark on the moss. Oh, well, I'll just go dark on the moss and then I'll have the light colored drips and the wispiness. Yeah, I decided to go more green than blue. The darker colors here. I do think it might be cool to do some of this moss that feels kind of dead. I do think I still want to go for kind of a gray, like, so let me like a risen spirits kind of vibe here, I guess. So maybe just the green and the black, and then we'll have some fogginess due to this green and black and the brown over here. Do those colors. Maybe a little bit of this moss as well, I don't know. And then this wispiness, and then Do I want to do a dark drip or a light drip? I think we can do the light drip because it'll stand out against the moss, right? Yeah, okay. We could do blue, we could do yellow. Actually, we could do both blue and our new chameleon olive. Not mixed together, but like next to each other. That, why don't we do those? And we'll do our glow in the dark here. That is the blue-green. Blue-green, here it is. And then we'll do the moss. Cool, so we're getting the darkness in there from that. Yay, we've got a second set of dice figured out. So we'll have enough resin for a third set of dice, or it's been about an hour and a half. Should I just try to finish up a commission that I need to finish? Should I just do that? I think I'll do that this week. I'll do that this week. I'll probably pour resin on Thursday. I'll do that then. Okay, cool. We've got these colors figured out. And that. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. We've got the colors from a little bit of color in there from the green and from the blue, and then we've got our blue-green that it will glow. All right, last set of dice. Should I do sugar skull dice or not? Or should we just pick some random colors and go for it? You know what we could do? How about this? I think I want to do a dirty pour. I'm going to mix these up and pick a random color. And then we're going to figure out something to go with it. How does that sound? So I'm just going to... Or I could pick two colors. Should I pick two colors blindly and then we have to make them go together? That could be fun. Oh, I don't really want to do a glow in the dark. Got orange. Yellow. Oh, that's very similar. That's very similar to the colors we have here. Should I start over? We've already got orange and yellow and white over here. Let's start over. Got yellow again. I guess I got a lot of yellow in here or something. We've already got candy corn dice. I've already got the stuff pulled out for candy corn dice. So this is a little bit more interesting. We've got a yellow and a blue. All right. 2 candy corn dice. More candy corn! I think I'm okay with 1 set of candy corn dice. We could do a green in there. If we want to go IKEA dice. But yeah, we could go for like a green in there. If we wanted to kind of like blend them, we could go for a pink in there. If we wanted to do a triadic color scheme. This is more... Oh, I've blanked on what the color schemes are called. So we could do green, we could do pink. It might be fun to do, oh wait. Guys, I can use the new teal one. I could use the new teal one. That'd probably go. Exact colors of a branding project you're working on. Deep blue and pale yellow. Harvest moon on a starless night. I might mix the yellow with some white to make it opaque. Otherwise I worry it's gonna get lost. I could. What if we went, yeah, what if we go for like a starry night kind of set? What if we go for like a starry night set? Should I go for like a really dark green? I think I have a really dark green somewhere in here. This is not the one I was thinking of. I have like a really dark, like tealy color. This one. Probably looks almost black on camera, but it's like a really deep, dark green. Oh, hi, Momo. Like, would this feel kind of Starry Night-ish, do you think? I don't know if the green's needed or not. Let me pick these up and show you. Could go almost just like black in there instead. A starry, starry night. I don't know. How do those feel for colors, do you think? Because I was thinking we could still do a 5-part dirty pour. Does that feel Starry Night-ish? I'll probably mix, like I said, this one with some white to make it stand out more. Yeah, I'm not sure about the green either. That's the one I'm not sure on. But I'm not sure what to put in that 5th spot. I could do black. I could do white. Let me just look up Starry Night. Let me see what colors are in it. We could do a lighter blue. There's a bunch of, there's like a really dark, there is like a really, really dark green, and then there's also like a bunch of like lighter white blue. So we could go like a really, really light blue in there, like that almost, or, ooh, maybe this one. I kind of like, I mean, deep brown or purple, So I could go those colors. I do actually kind of like this because it's nice. It's nice having some sort of light color to pop. And the yellows I think will be, I don't know. It's nice to have some variation in tone. In tone? In shade. Shade I think is the word I'm looking for. I kind of like these 5. Maybe dark purple. Could do oh, I do have this dark, dark blue as well. That is also, it doesn't match in tone though. It's like more, it's not quite this right blue. So yeah, maybe these 5. I kind of like those. Let's do these. Why not? We'll do those 5. We'll do a split cup dirty pour and do it Starry Night themed. Cool. I think we've got plans for everything now. Let me put some of this stuff up and away. These away. Oh, actually, I might need some of that moss, but that's okay. I might steal some of this moss too. Leave that down for now. Yeah, contrast. I think I was looking for that word a moment ago. All right, I'm gonna put these away. Might be a little bit loud. This is a nice gray color. It's like Payne's gray. It's like a bluish gray. Random observation there while I'm picking up paint chips. I have some really pretty colors here that I haven't used much. I got a bunch of, ooh, some glitter. Yeah, we could do some glitter. That's a good idea. So we'll probably the order, yeah, let's look at some glitter. I'm not usually a big like glitter person. I love shimmer. I don't usually use a ton of glitter, but this seems like a good step for it. I have a bunch of gold glitters, but they don't quite feel like they match. They might be okay. I've got some, let's see, I've got some like blue-green, like iridescent glitter. Ooh, this blue would be pretty. I'll pull out the gold glitter here, we can decide. I don't have a good like yellow glitter. Hello! How's it going? Yeah, I mean I could do holographic glitter, but that might feel a little bit odd. Or maybe it would add to it, I'm not sure. I could also do a little bit of like foil in there. Ooh. What about, that blue's not quite right, is it? I could do like a foil. That gives a good like glint to it. Oh, excuse me. Oh, wait. Oh, no, wait. I'm thinking about this all wrong. We could do a multi-chrome flick. What am I thinking? Oh! Oh! Oh, we have this multi-chrome too. In Starry Night, the stars are yellow. Yeah, I was figuring that we've got the yellow color here that's gonna swirl in. And something that I could do is, so these are all going to be fairly opaque as is because of the pigments that they are. These two could be translucent. The yellow I was thinking of making more opaque, like a flat, light yellow color with some white in there. But this one, if we're going to add stuff, we're going to add it to this dark blue right here, just for a frame of reference. I might not want to put yellow glitter in it because it might turn out looking green. Is my concern. Because if you have the yellow glitter behind a layer of this dark blue, you're going to be seeing the dark blue and the yellow, and they're going to mix together to make green. So that's where I'm at thinking about this right now. Whereas if I do like a blue or a silver, it's just more blue. Oh, I could do some iridescent flakes. That's an option. That could be an option. A little bit of holographic. We're gonna pour this when the resin is fairly thick, so it shouldn't be too big of a deal getting the glitter to suspend. That should be fine. Yeah, I just don't think this is gonna turn up yellow. It's very like translucent. Oh, starry, starry night. Oh, it's allergy season. I'm so sniffy. So sniffy today. Let's set these over here and divide things up. Yeah, this could be Starry Night themed dice. We pulled 2 random colors and then kind of built out a palette from there. And we decided on these. And I got some new pigments recently. I got some chameleon colors, and this is probably one of my favorites. It's like a nice dark blue, and it has a teal in it, so we pulled that in. And this is what we decided on for Starry Night dice. We're trying to decide if we want to add some glitter or something. Some sort of larger particle in there to bounce the light back, to glitter a little bit. And I'm thinking it's going to get added to this dark blue color. So I'm thinking maybe of adding some sort of blue glint or something. I could put the black in there. What if we put a little bit of black foil? That's where we get some of that dark, even darker color from. I want to show you the black foil. Yeah, I kind of like the foil idea too. I like using foil more than I like using glitter in things. We can also add more than one thing. We could add a little bit of glitter and a little bit of foil if we really wanted to, and make one of them have very large sparkly particles. You know, these have very small. I think a little bit. I think that it'd be kind of subtle, which might be kind of nice, honestly. We'll just add like a little bit of that. But yeah, I pulled up a picture of Starry Night, and there is kind of like a dark green tree type thing in the front. I think it's green. Yeah, it's like a really dark green, but it's so dark, it's like, it could be fun to get a little bit of contrast there. All right, so maybe we'll do that. But do we want to add anything else there too? That's true. Yeah, the very expressionistic, that's fair. Man, I want to do more painting. I like painting. It's been a while since I've done painting. Oh, got a really dark blue glitter too. That could be an option. That could be an option. A little bit of super dark blue glitter. Kind of like that. Should do a little bit of that with black foil. I like working with iridescent stuff, but it does also create some problems when it comes to sanding, which is unfortunate. Yeah. I mean, I like Starry Night too. It's good. Oh, I don't have my painting down here anymore. I should work on that at some point. I have a painting in which I'm taking a bunch of different fairly well-known paintings, and then I'm copying a small section of each one and turning it into like a Mondrian, where it has all the different like color blocking things in primary colors. So I've been trying to find paintings that have, you know, at least a section in them that have a very strong single primary color. And I think the first one I did was a piece of Starry Night. Most recent one I did was the Great Wave of Kanagawa, which I went and looked at the painting again recently. I was like, man, I did good on that. Let's see, you've got this. That's fine. That's rainforest green, technically. It is not actually green. That's not the green I want. Rainforest green. It turns out blue. Montrien. How do you want it? Montrien? I don't know. Is it French? I don't know how to pronounce it. I've just seen it spelled almond blossoms too. Yeah, I like that really loose and fluid style of Van Gogh. Soap. Is that the haze? It is haze. Light yellow. Where's my light yellow? It's Dutch. I don't know. Yeah, I see. I'm like, I don't know how to pronounce it. And then Sunbright Yellow. Golden Yellow. Oh, that's this one. Ah! That's all of them. Alright. Cool. I think we've got kind of everything planned now. Let's see. Let's see here. What do I want to do first? Do I want to put moss in the mold? Probably. Yeah. I know what paintings we're talking about. Yeah. But yes, if other people want to look it up, that's apparently how you spell the person's name that did the color block paintings that I was talking about. But yes, I'm emulating that style by using small pieces of other famous paintings. Okay, moss. Let's start with the moss. I think I want to do it with the highest number at the bottom so it looks like the stuff's rising up through it. Yes. All right. We got some molds. I always need more molds. Oh, you know what? What? Oh, that I'd mentioned the guy's name, or? Man, there's so much delay between when I say things and when you guys hear them. Yeah, that's fine. I'll do that. All right, we're gonna start by putting moss into the molds. And yeah, I grabbed ones with the highest number at the bottom because I think we want it to look like there's ghosts rising up through the dice. That's the word. Streamer brain is a real thing, you guys. It is all stream of consciousness. I don't remember what I'm saying from 1 second to the next. I don't remember what I'm saying from 1 second to the next. I don't remember what I'm saying from 1 second to the next. Okay. How to reload the stream. I wonder if I should reload the stream here. It's fine. It's fine. Spooky dice. Time for spoopies. Spooky dice. So we're doing like kind of ghostly graveyard ones. We're gonna add some dark colored moss, and then we're gonna have light colored mica drips and glowing swirls rising up through them. I think I'm gonna do mostly the dark green here. I also want to add some of this kind of brownish. Oh no. I have the stream open, so I can't get to the actual like control room for the stream on YouTube. So I literally just have the stream open at the moment, and it is way far behind where I actually am. So yeah, we're doing kind of like graveyard dice here. And then we're gonna do some candy corn dice, and then we're doing starry night dice, which aren't really spooky dice, but it's fun. I've been wanting to retry making some starry night dice. The last that I made didn't really turn out quite as I was hoping. They weren't really starry night. The colors mixed so much they kind of ended up green. Dookie Spice. Wow. I always forget those are called spoonerisms. Does the moss ever damage the silicone? I haven't really run into that issue. I try not to jam it in there too hard, to be fair. There's a little metal bead in there. Yeah, I try not to jam it in there too hard, but I've never really had an issue where it's dented it or anything. Sometimes it'll end up, you know, on the dice with like a little, you know, in the process of sanding and polishing and everything. Let's see if I can find a side here where you can kind of see that it intersects a little bit. This side will work. Now let's see if I can show you a little bit. You can kind of see right there. See how it's kind of dented in there? Yeah, that's because the moss kind of intersected the side of the die a little bit, so it sanded a little bit unevenly, but the molds themselves seem fine. All right, that's more spooky moss. The only one here that I'm really concerned about is the D2. Because I grabbed I have most of them flat, but this one I have like kind of up and down. And I was thinking that's because you'd see the drips better and it'd be cool. But also I don't know, the moss might feel a little jammed in there. Shouldn't hurt the mold though, I don't think. Just might poke out the sides a bit. Oh yeah, the sharp corners of your dice sliced silicone. I have had that. On my D20s especially, you can, let's see if I can get it so you can see, you can kind of see, they tend to start splitting at the corners, which is unfortunate, but a casualty of war. I think it's the D20s mostly too, just because the opening's so small compared to the size of the die. But yeah, they just scratch up, the dice scratch up the molds as time goes on. The molds get old. That's normal. I'll add some of this moss as well. Some more kind of brown moss. Yeah, yeah, they get scratched up over time. Mine doesn't like usually like scratch. Mine just get kind of well, it does get scratched usually around the top, but um, honestly, they just get kind of not shiny anymore. They tend to get dull more than anything. I think that maybe having a different hardness of silicone might help with that, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I've really only used this silicone for the most part. I do have, here's a, I need, oh my gosh, guys, I have like 20 videos that I need to edit. But at some point, very, very soft, that probably accounts for part of it. At some point, I got silicone for making squishy dice. At some point, I was thinking I could do that as a video at some point. I just have to, you know, find time. But I did get some like different silicone, just a little bit of it because I was figuring I'd use it for making dice as opposed to making molds. But it's a lot. What's the word I'm looking for? Different people like different things. I think that some of it comes down to personal preference. With the softer silicone, I think you're more likely to end up with scratch. With softer, you're going to end up with like scratches and stuff on your molds, so they're not going to last as long. Go too hard though, and it's going to be hard to get the dice out of the molds. I think you do want slightly harder though, yeah, because probably the main issue there is going to be if it's scratching the molds, they're not going to last as long. I don't remember. Me? I don't live near one of the Great Lakes. I'm in the Pacific Northwest. What was I saying? Oh, do you guys know what the numbers mean? I don't remember what's harder. Is it a higher number is harder or a higher number is softer for silicone? I don't remember. In Colorado? Yeah, I'm in the Pacific Northwest, so I'm up in the higher number is harder. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, they all get wear and tear. The idea though is that if it's a tougher silicone, it's not going to scratch as easy. So it will take longer for it to get wear and tear, or it'll be harder to have wear and tear. But now I'm thinking about it, I think mine is only like a 15 because I use Moldstar 15 slow. So that's probably not super tough. Oof. Haven't tried making molds yet. Yeah, making molds, I don't like making molds. I find it really boring. Different people find different steps, you know, enjoyable and boring and stuff. I have a couple other friends that hate sanding, and I'm like, I'm okay with sanding, but I just don't like making molds. Some people, you know, love making molds. I think for me, it's just that it has so many steps to it that I can't turn my brain off like I can with sanding, but it's not interesting enough to me that I want to focus on it. It's like I've done this 50 times. Like at least with sanding, I can just turn my brain off and watch a movie or whatever while I'm doing it. I watch a lot of YouTube while I'm working, to be fair. So many, oh gosh, I have so many unfinished dice as well. I've got like about 50 unsanded sets of dice just sitting in a thing over there. I counted them fairly recently. It's just like, I have a lot. That's just partially just finding time. Higher, yeah. Trying to get the masters how you want them. Fair, yeah. Yeah, that can be a struggle. Alright, there we go. We've got some dark green. Let's add some black. One of the things that I've seen recommended, and I was just like, oh, that's smart, I should have done that, is to take the like unsanded masters and make a mold of those first, so that if you mess it up when you're sanding the masters, you can pour yourself a new set of masters to sand. I thought that was wise. Oh, you're using Blender. Oh, I see, you're still designing the masters. There is, I don't know if you want to go fancy with it, in which case Blender's probably your best option, but there is like free software for, you put in like your own font and stuff and it creates the files for dice. I know that there's a software out there for that. I probably should find a different video editor. Sorry, I've edited all of my videos in Blender. You want it all specific. That's fair. Yeah, you definitely have more versatility with Blender. Is it called Dice Maker? I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, there is like a program that's just for, you put in your own font and it creates the dice files for you. Okay, let me add a little bit of black moss to the D2. I think I have some in the rest of them. Oh, there's an open CAD script also. Okay. Yeah, I don't remember what any of these things are called. I kind of gave up on making my own masters, to be honest. I'd much rather pay someone else to make them for me so I don't have to. Dice Maker? Is that what it's called? That, if you just Google Dice Maker, you're gonna have trouble finding a piece of software. Is it in a certain place, Momo? Alright, let's add a little bit more green, I think. Yeah, if you want the unique dice shapes, though, you're gonna have to do stuff yourself. But if you want just the standard dice shapes, they exist out there. Is Dice Maker its own standalone software though, or is it like an add-on, like a plug-in to something? I just imagine that if you Google Dice Maker, you're not gonna find a piece of software super easy. You're just gonna find a bunch of people who make dice. That's my thought there. I also made a D3 for some reason. Oh man, I'm curious to know what is in a D3. I don't need to fill these up like all the way, but I'm gonna get these mostly full so they don't feel like they're just half moss. I want them to feel like they're mossy. I was getting an ad at one point on YouTube for like a set of gimmick dice. Oh, you do get it? No, I don't think so. I'm gonna go look at that after the stream. I keep forgetting. Feel free to harass me about it on the Discord to get it so you can post links. I still need to get that figured out though. Oh, specific subclass path for your barbarian that used D3? Huh. That's so odd. Cool though. Fun to design though, yeah. Oh, really? Man, I've not seen a D3. Oh man, I'm gonna have my first D&D game in a while tomorrow. That should be fun. Found a group to play with. We're gonna go meet up at the local library. Have our first session. So that's exciting. Oh, I might need to blow my nose. I'm so sniffy, guys. It's so allergy season. Yeah, I'm finally gonna get to play a warlock that I've had plans for bring all my dice as a power move. To be fair, I don't have a ton of like personal dice. Let me blow my nose real quick. Oh, I'm gonna mute you guys. Okay, now I'll tell you about my character. Yeah, I have a warlock that I've been Path of Wild Magic. Oh, I think is that the path that my brother's playing right now? I think my brother's playing that in a different campaign that he's at right now. That might but that might be the path that my brother's playing. His barbarian. Yeah, he now has 2 D&D games, which is good because he's obsessed with D&D and has been since we were small children. He has a game that he's at today, right now, with some folks from school, and then 6th level feature. Fair. But in the game tomorrow, he's playing an artificer, which I think he's been wanting to do. If he was a D&D character, he would probably be an artificer or druid combo, strangely. There we go. Perfect. That's nice. But yes, I'm gonna play a warlock. I went with Path of the Great Old One, or not Path of my subclass, I guess. I can't remember what it's called for a warlock. Patron. My patron is the Great Old One. The concept for the character is that his entire family treats this like a religion, because basically this is a patron of the family and they've served this patron for generations. But also they kind of view the patron as like a family member. So, you know, everyone just calls this patron Nana, like she's some grandma or something. And she is kind of like, this is like tears holes in the fabric of reality to drop off fresh chocolate chip cookies kind of patron. It's the idea anyways. I don't know that that's actually how it'll play out with the DM and stuff. They'll probably go a little bit darker, I'm thinking, with just based off of the information that I have so far from them. But that's how I always kind of pictured it. Yeah, like Brendan. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I'm thinking kind of like a quiet, mild-mannered guy. He'd probably be happy to just... Calling an Eldritch Horror Nana is awesome. Yeah, that's the whole vibe I'm going for with that character. But yeah, super just like chill guy. There's just like... He seems almost naive with how chill he is about things that are terrifying to other people because he's so used to it. Yeah, a little more of this one. Don't really have the character fleshed out super well, I'll be honest. My thought was that he's kind of on some sort of quest almost for this patron, but he'd be perfectly happy to just settle down somewhere in a small village and paint or something. he's doing this out of like familial like responsibility, a sense of like he, you know, a sense of responsibility basically. But he'd be happy to not have to be the person that's been chosen to, you know, do things for this patron. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's just like, I don't really want to go do this thing, but I should because it's for my grandma. Filial obligation is a great character motivation. Yeah, that's kind of the thing that he's got going on. I'm thinking that, so he has very, he's like, they're not necessarily vestments, but he has clothes that are very rooted in this deity. He has like a holy symbol and stuff, but at the same time, oh, let me put this moss away. I'm thinking maybe he has like tattoos that are like a bunch of flowers and birds and things. I'm thinking maybe he has like a sleeve of tattoos or something that are just so opposite to the vibe of this this, you know, eldritch kind of horror element that comes with his class and purpose. Because, I don't know, I figured that he has this obligation or, you know, responsibility that he feels like. And so he has certain little outlets that are things that he does just to have some control over himself. That's kind of how I was thinking about that. All right, let me see here. So we've got, we're just going to do clear resin, I'm thinking, and then we'll do our 3 colors kind of mixed in there. So I'll grab 3 little mixing cups for that. Got those set up. I've got a random piece of tape here because I figured some of these might get a little bit dirty here. I'm hoping, I kind of want to talk to the DM. I'd love to have some sort of specific goal in mind. There's 3 things that I found really help me figure out how to play a character. One of them is a specific goal that you know when it's done, and that's something I picked up from an acting class at one point. And so it's not like I want to be rich. That's not something where there is an end goal there. I mean something like I want to find this person, I want to collect this item, I want to kill this person, I want to lead these people to this place. So I like having some sort of specific goal in mind. That really helps me figure out a character. I like having some sort of flaw. That really helps me figure out how to play a character. Just knowing, yeah, just having some sort of flaw. One of my favorite examples is Battlemaster, Tempest Cleric. I don't know what my favorite is. I enjoyed when I played a rogue. That was pretty fun. I like being like a DPS kind of class. Your motivation is a 20 strength barbarian is smash. Yeah, I played an assassin at one point and that was really fun. Your alchemist. That sounds cool. I think I'll just use these for this because I can measure this out more perfectly. I'll measure out 10, 10, and 10. I need to grab molds for these. This one, I think I will do highest number down again. Yeah. So we'll do the white and then the orange and then the gold. I can grab some molds. Ah! Come here. Let me grab I don't, maybe a rogue's my favorite. I haven't played all of them. Let's see, Ranger, Resin, Walker, Sorcerer, Aberrant, Mine are your faves. Currently playing a Paladin though. I did like my Paladin. Tougher than the Barbarian in the group. See, your character's, your assassin is a nosy old woman, a 98-year-old kobold whose motive is to make sure her grandchildren get home safe. Oh, that's awesome. And see, that's a tangible goal. You know when you're done with it. I did play an Artificer once. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe Rogue was my favorite. I also had a lot of fun playing a Cleric. I've only played a Cleric once for like a one-shot, and that was actually really fun to play. Let's figure out our... Oh, hey, I think this works out actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I want this one to be the lowest number down, too. Works out, that's fine. Grab the molds for that. All right. There we go. Let's get our pigments all put in the right spots. Yes, so things I like to have. Flaws. The example that I like to use is the Paladin that I played for a while. She was great. Because for, like, I think it said, like, personality traits or something. I don't remember what it says. I put down confident, and then for flaws, I put down overconfident. Like, I love that sometimes the flaws they really, like, influence the good things about the character, and the good things about the character really influence the flaws of the character. So like for that one, you have confident and overconfident. And she was just really fun to play because she would just jump into anything. She's just like, oh yes, her catchphrase was onwards. Usually said, well, like jumping into a random hole in the ground or something. She was very, very confident. I also played a, what was the third thing? I don't remember what the third thing was. A goal and a flaw. I can't remember what the third thing was that I like to have. I guess those are the two most important ones. What is it? You played a half drow once. Her flaw was that she was terrified of spiders. Oh, you're gonna have a hard time. Oh, a secret. That's what it is. I like to have some sort of secret. Maybe you guys can help me figure out a secret for my character. Because I found that that also makes things really fun. Oh, excuse me. I think I swallowed my cookie wrong. Some of the best moments have been because of that. My paladin, she was masquerading as a man, so her secret was just that she was a woman. I played a ranger at one point, and that was back when we were doing Pathfinder. That was a lot of fun. That character that was a really cool setting. My brother builds really cool settings, but he has trouble coming up with like plot lines and characters, if that makes sense. Makes really cool settings though. We were playing in this mansion that came about once. It was a different building every 10 years, but it was this dungeon basically. And by dungeon I just mean a location that you could crawl through, and there was different things. In this case it was a mansion created by a lich, a dragon, I think, and a devil, if I'm remembering correctly. Anyways, they worked together somehow to create this dungeon for adventurers to go through, and there was, you know, great rewards inside, but also it was very dangerous. You couldn't trust anybody. You don't know who's working for these guys. You don't know what is going to kill you, what's a trap, and what's just actually, you know, a chest or whatever. But insanely cool. And there was just some really cool, like, horror elements and stuff, too. Oh, and there were some really cool encounters. I'll have to... there's two encounters, remind me. But anyways, I played a... I laugh, you laugh, the tables. I was playing a druid who had been trapped on this island for the past 10 years and had gone kind of mad. So she just kind of... She was super, like, cheerful, but just talked in, like, broken phrases and stuff. It was just this little gnome. Anyways, that character ended up dying. And I was kind of done playing her anyways. So I created a ranger named Eamon. And he had a pet snake. And he was really fun to play. His big flaw with it, he was very hedonistic. I don't know why I'm putting those away. I need to put stuff in those. But yeah, his flaw was he's very hedonistic. He constantly carried around a pitcher full of wine that he was drinking out of, just like super cheap wine. Whenever he ran out of wine, my pet snake had another pitcher of wine that they would pour into my pitcher of wine to refill it. It was fun. It was just the snake had an endless pitcher of wine, and I did not. You know, he's bumbling around everywhere. We kind of lost interest in the campaign, partially just because we didn't have like a main plot line. We were just kind of running around places, which is fun, but it doesn't work well for long-term play as much, I guess. And so we ended up with a deck of many things, just because it was fun. And I pulled a card. This was in Pathfinder, so it's probably different in D&D. I pulled a card that was basically a get out of jail free card. I could basically wish myself out of a situation, any situation. Whatever was happening would still happen. The snake had an endless pitcher of wine. I mean, she did. I could wish myself out of a situation. I couldn't wish anybody else out of the situation, and the situation would still happen, but it could be like I was never there. And so I had that card, and I said, you know what, guys? This was like the last meet or whatever. I was like, do we want to, like, just go blow up the lich? I know where the lich is at. And they're like, sure. So we grabbed our 2 bags of holding, and I went in alone. I left the snake on the whatever that we were on to leave. And I took the 2 bags of holding. I walked back into the building. And I walked straight to the lich, and I walked into the room that the lich was in and went, hey boss, how's it going? And the looks from the people at the table were so good. So good. I had been working for the lich the entire time. My secret was that I was working for the lich the entire time, and my goal was to lead them all to the lich. Which I never actually did. I don't know, my character was chaotic neutral. I kind of changed goals in the middle there. I was just like, let's just play those out and see what happens. But man, it was so good. Delectable. The looks of shock, so good. And then of course, you know, I went and threw the bag of holding inside the other bag of holding and blew up the lich and wished myself back onto the thing, and we left. Let's see, and then oh, the two, I am still trying to think of secrets for my warlock character, who's very chill, mild-mannered guy who has a Grandma Eldritch being that is his patron. Barbarian secret suggestion, they have a different god patron deity that speaks to them other than the patron the family worships. Oh, he's a warlock, but tries to hide it and doesn't know why. I mean, that could be something. That could be something. That's an idea. I mean, the secret could just be that, like, he's researching how to leave or something. I don't know. I feel like he has a good relationship with his family and with this patron, because he does have that feeling of obligation, but also he's just not enjoying it. Put these off to the side over here. Maybe they witnessed a miracle at some point in their lives. You wanted to be a bard. That could be a thing. The character wanted to be a class that they're not. They didn't ask for this. To be fair, I could have it where my character wanted to be a wizard. They seem quite studious. That would make a lot of sense. Yeah, I could do something like that. I mean, their secret could just be that they don't want to be a warlock. That might just be their secret. They wish that this power was given to someone else. But they don't want to say anything because, you know, they don't want to disappoint their family or, you know, cause problems for their deity, who they do legitimately like. I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay. Sleep all night and I work all day. Alright. That might be it. That might just be the secret. It's just that they don't want to be a warlock. I wish someone else had this responsibility. There we go. Let's see here. I like that idea. The two encounters I was going to talk about in that one campaign, though, that one was really fun. That was, I wouldn't think of that as like an encounter necessarily, where, you know, we're having some sort of combat or something. That was just fun. It was funny. But no, we had a couple of things in there that were, one of them was just like, oh, that is brilliant. And my brother makes such cool settings and cuts such cool things. One of them, we were in the wine cellar, in like the basement of this place underneath the kitchens, and we were fighting sentient bottles of wine, not sentient, but animated objects that were just bottles of like wine and liquor and things, and they kept like flying at us, and we were, you know, attacking them and stuff. We were splashing wine and liquor everywhere. My brother was drawing pools of like wine and things on the floor. And we finally went and defeated all of the bottles of wine. And my brother says something along the lines of, you see a torch from the nearest sconce jump off the wall and start running towards the pools of alcohol. You have 1 round. What do you do? Because it was one of those moments where we were like, oh, the real encounter here was not... Is my brother willing to DM a Discord campaign? Well, the thing is, he makes really cool settings, but I don't know that he's not as comfortable running games, if that makes sense. Like, he doesn't like having to like come up with names for things or figuring out a plot line. He just likes building the settings. But he does build really cool settings. But yeah, it was like that moment where we all realized, oh, the real encounter was not fighting all of these bottles of wine and alcohol. The real encounter here was having a round before we all go up in a big ball of fire as this torch lights all of these puddles of alcohol on fire. And it was one of those moments where I'm like, this is brilliant. This is so smart. The other encounter that we had was... and remember, this place was like fucked up. This whole your encounter design is your favorite part of prep. Yeah, he's very good at that stuff. There were some really cool things in this place. The one that was like fridge horror that I didn't even realize until like years later when he pointed it out to me was there was a theater where if you go you were compelled basically to go and join the audience, and every once in a while you would be compelled to come up on stage and, you know, be the person for the, you know, the assistant for the magician that was on stage. And so, you know, we witnessed something like someone was compelled to go up and be an assistant to the magician, and they got sawed in half, and they actually got sawed in half. And so there was that, like, horror of, oh my gosh, like, you know, these people are being compelled to basically walk to their doom. But the fridge horror of it all, that I did not realize until my brother pointed it out, was that the magician was also being compelled. They were also just an adventurer that had been compelled to go and enact all of these things. And it was that moment where I was just like, oh gosh! Oh no! Didn't even think about that. There's all these people being compelled to walk to their dooms, and there's also this adventurer that's being compelled to end all of these people. It's like, oh gosh, that was some fridge horror, where it's like you're at the fridge, you know, later that night, and you're like, oh, that's actually scarier, like, more terrible than I thought. Let's see, you're the same. You can make great settings, but terrible at DMing. You keep forgetting things and don't describe combat well. Maybe that will change when you start your ADHD miss. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, but it just added to the horror of it all. Because I was like, yeah, it's like terrifying to be compelled to walk to your death, but the idea that this person was being compelled to kill all these people in like gruesome ways, that was like more terrifying to me, and something that I didn't even think about. Yeah, like brilliant and terrifying. Yeah, he had some cool things in that setting. There was like a, I think he was a boogeyman, but he was this kind of fey creature guy that would give people, he basically challenged people to riddles, and if they got them wrong, you know, he'd have some sort of challenge that he'd play hangman with actual people type thing. You're at your favorite part of PC building updates. Oh yeah, so exciting updates. All right, do we have everything here? I might do a little bit of that there. I think that's everything here. We ready to go? Move some things out of the way. All right, I think we're ready to pour some resin. Hopefully it doesn't take too long, because I do have a thing at 4. And I also need to clear off the dining room table, so I guess we'll see. Used command on your barbarian last session. He was about to run into a cave full of orcs and ogres when the ranger was trying to do recon. Oh, sometimes it's necessary, I'm afraid. Alright, I'm going to be a little bit muffled the rest of the stream. I'm going to sound like this. Excuse me while I turn into Darth Vader or whatever this is. Some people say Bane, although I've not seen the Batman movie that character's from. Ugh, my nose is just... but yeah, I'm going to be muffled. Better to be safe when working with resin than comprehensible. But this is part of the reason I don't play music on streams usually, is just because I figure I'm going to be muffled and hard to understand enough. Alrighty. Safety first, exactly. Alright. Let's get some resin all mixed up. I am going to go quiet for a minute here. For all of you new folks, I cannot measure resin and talk at the same time, so feel free to chat amongst yourselves. I can tell the story that I often use as an example of why I don't pour resin and chat at the same time, but remind me after I've actually measured out my resin. And I get my cat hair out of here. Okay. Be right back. Alright, here's the first part. Ooh, come on. Back into the bottle with you. Oh, I have some other resin. We should use that at some point. I have like a different brand of resin. We should try that out. Oh, there's cat on the bottle. Love it. Alright. Now we can chat. I'll be mixing for a little bit. Let's see what we're saying here. You're clearing goblins out of a mine, and your dwarven guide is very fond of your magic stone. Cantrip. Be very quiet. We're hunting goblins. Barbarian had an insane, brutal, critical. Later that session, he has a weapon that chains if you roll max. Ooh, that's cool. Yes, so for folks that are new, and I think a couple of you guys are, the story that I always tell about why I don't pour the resin, measure the resin, and talk at the same time, is at one point I was pouring myself a cup of tea. So I have my tea bag in my cup, I have my kettle, I'm over there and I'm pouring it and I'm watching the water pour in, and I start thinking about something else, and I just keep pouring it until there's water all over the counter. I was actively looking at my mug and I just started thinking about something else and ended up overfilling my glass, so there was just water everywhere. I figured that it's probably better to not do that with the resin here. But this is a little bit more mindless, just mixing this. But yeah, I have some other resin there that maybe we should try out at some point. So, the plan. Okay. I won't be streaming next weekend because I'm going to be at a convention. I'll be away at Lilac City Comic Con. So, if you're in the Spokane area, Spokane, Washington area, I will be at Lilac City. Feel free to come say hi. The week after that, I do have a plan for what I'm going to be streaming. It will be dice related, but it will not be working on a set of dice. So you will hear about that more as we get a little bit closer. But I need to get some things sorted for that. The weekend after that, I think I'm getting roped into being a vendor at a Renaissance fair, maybe. So I might be gone the weekend after that. So it's going to be a little bit until we get back to pouring some resin on stream. It's not next week, not the weekend after that, and not the weekend after that. There's a little fleck of something in here. Let's see here. That's okay though. I have a bunch of YouTube videos that I need to get edited. I have one that I think it's in its final iteration now. I'm gonna go watch it after this. Makes me happy to see people take safety seriously. Yeah, I was not very good at being safe when I first started pouring resin. So when I first started pouring resin, I wasn't doing it like very often. I did it like once or twice, and I was very bad about using all of the proper safety equipment, like a respirator and gloves. But it's one of those things where it's like I use this so often. I figured that I don't want to be exposed to all these fumes all the time. Oh yeah, I watched a video of a woman manipulating half-hardened resin to get cool shapes without gloves. Oh, I think I saw that video maybe. Or I saw the. I didn't watch the video, but I saw the like thumbnail for it. Yeah, yeah. That is one of those things where it's like I'd probably be stupid and do that, but it's also not a good idea. Because if it's not hardened all the way, it is not cured. Just still curing, which means that it is still giving off fumes and things, and probably not the best to touch. Alright, this is getting pretty close. Let me scrape this off just to make sure there's none of part A or part B stuck to the stir stick here. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Let me just scrape the sides and the bottom one more time. Make sure we don't have anything stuck there either. But it looks like we're doing pretty good. Yeah, I'm just mixing this until I don't see any streaks in it anymore. I'm not seeing any streaks, so I think we're good. I think we are good. Alright. Let's start divvying this up. Yeah, I wonder if I could get a result kind of like that with in dice. They're so small though, I feel like it'd be really difficult because the resin would be super thin so you could actually mold it. Alright, so we want about 10 of each of these because we need about 30 milliliters for a set. I also see a cat hair on there, which is, oh my gosh, there's so much cat hair in my house right now. It is shedding season. All of my cats are very friendly right now, and I think it's because they all want all of the pets to get rid of all of the cat hair that they're shedding. Because my goodness, are they shedding. Even my cat that usually does not want cuddles, she'll hang out with me if I'm like in my office at my computer. She likes to lay on my desk in front of me, but she's not usually one to like cuddle otherwise. She's kind of a scaredy cat, and sometimes she'll crawl under the covers when it's really cold out. So much hair, yeah. But she's been cuddling with me recently, and I think it's because she wants pets, so that because she's just shedding so much. Okay. Oh, I forgot to put the stuff in these. Oops, that's what I'm forgetting. That's okay, we can do it now. I try not to let the resin sit in the cup here for super long, because I found that if I leave it like all in one big thing of resin, it'll start to set up a lot quicker. And hairballs, yeah, I've got, yeah. Let me get it open. There we go. One of my new pigments. Hairballs. One of your cats has long fur and refuses to eat grass or anything to help her digest the hairball, so it's hairballs. Yeah. Yeah, I have one long-haired cat, and she gets a lot of hairballs as well. Alright. How did that cat hair get there? And then this one needs some of the glow in the dark. I think maybe I don't want very much of this one, because I think if I do very much at all, it's just gonna sink. So I want it to just be, to be fair, I will say my cats are very good about throwing up on the the, like, you know, solid floor, not on carpet and things. I do appreciate that. But yeah, being a pet owner is, you know, I always felt like I'd have trouble like taking care of a kid, because it's like, oh man, you have to like clean up, throw up and things. And now that I've you know, had cats for so long, I'm just like, you'd probably be fine. You'd probably deal with that just fine. Try a little tiny bit more. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's very, you can kind of see, I'm trying to show you with the stick there how cloudy it is. It's not very cloudy. I just don't want to add too much and have it all sink. I don't know. But let's add a little bit of clear resin here, because I think I'm going to start off with just a little bit of clear. And this is the one set that I want to do first, because it has all that moss in there. So there's a couple reasons I'm doing this set first. One, there's all that moss in there, so I want the resin to have as much time as possible to be able to sink through all that moss. And two, I actually want to wait to pour the other two sets, because for the dirty pour, the colors stay more distinct if it's the resin's a little bit thicker. And for the candy corn, I want to layer those gently on top of each other, and they're going to stay more distinct if the resin's a little bit thicker. So I actually want to wait to pour those just in general. So add a little bit of clear resin in here to start, and give it a second for some of it to like sink and things. Oh, like a Maine Coon. Oh, the Norwegian forest cat. Oh, okay. That makes sense. A lot of hair there. Yeah. I could add a drop of white to this too. Is it gonna glow all right? I don't know. Let's just add a little bit and we'll find out. I'm just going to add a little bit, and as I add more resin, it's going to kind of spread it out. I think maybe I will add this, and then I'm going to mix up a little bit more of this with maybe a little bit more of the glow in it. I don't know. We'll see if this ends up glowing or what. Or if it ends up all sinking to the bottom, or... At least it's just kind of milky, so if it does all sink to the bottom, it'll kind of match the vibe anyways. Yeah, I think I might want to make some more. Let's make some more of this. I want more fog. More fog. Yeah, my long-haired cat definitely has some Maine Coon, which is also like a one that's built for cold weather. She's got like big tufts of fur between her toes. Those are little pieces of moss, I think, so it's fine. I can go back in here. But she's not quite as big as like an actual Maine Coon would be. She does get, I think, apparently one of the things with Maine Coons is their fur doesn't mat too much, which she doesn't have a ton of problems with that. I haven't worked with any glow pigments yet, just basic mica and alcohol inks. To be fair, basic mica and alcohol inks are great. You can do so much with mica and alcohol inks. They're probably my favorite things to work with, are mica and alcohol inks. Glow pigments, my problem is that they like to sink. So I've had a lot of problem with it all falling to the bottom. Where did I gain another one from? Oh, one of these I was using to just push things down, I think. I'm going to add a little bit more to a couple of these. And then we'll add some more clear. Let's add a little bit more. Yeah, so I don't know, one of the fun things about resin one of the things that I find really fun about resin is just that you can add whatever you want to it. Like there's just something so fun about that. So part of the fun is just messing around with different materials and seeing what happens. And you'll probably find some things that you really like and some things that you're just like, that doesn't work very well. Or, I don't know how to work with this yet. This is weird to work with. But, I don't know. I try to approach every set of dice as like it's an experiment, sort of. So, if something doesn't turn out exactly how I hoped it would, that's fine. That just gives me more information for next time. It's like, oh, this happened. I wonder if it's because I did this thing. I should try that again next time and see what happens, because that's a cool effect. Yeah, I don't know. I try to view it all as experimentation. But at the same time, I've done this enough now that I kind of have an idea of how to get certain looks. Sometimes things do not turn out how you expect at all, but I know how alcohol inks tend to work, unless it's a Petri, in which case, them turning out is an act of God. Like, don't ask me how to get Petri dice to turn out. They either do or they don't. But yeah, I've done this enough that I can usually get an effect that I want. But sometimes, it's fun when things are a shock, when things are not how you expected them to turn out at all. I'm going to fill these up most of the way. I don't want them to fill up all the way, but we're going to add our mica. So we want a little bit of room at the top for those, but not too much. I do want to try and get all of that moss saturated with resin. So we don't end up with any huge air bubbles or anything in there. The nice thing about moss is that they have little spots where air could get stuck, but it's not going to get trapped underneath it usually, like it might with flower petals or something a little bit bigger. So it might get, kind of caught between two things, but it's not going to get caught underneath anything. There's usually enough space for, air to work its way out. There's a path for air to work its way out. That's kind of the idea there. I think the D2 here has some, yeah. Okay, I think things are about where we need them. So start adding the mica. I think I do want to get this poured out into my other little cups there. But let me get all this clear, put where it needs to go. That looks good. That looks good. Put a little bit more in there. Alright, that's looking good. We will do the mic in just a second. I want to pour this out into these little cups so that we just don't have a ton of, I'm going to grab a different stir stick, because that one I just got resin all over it and now it's all sticky. Is there any, so it sounds like
at least one of you is fairly new to working with resin or making dice. Is there any like technique in particular or anything like that that you are excited to try out? Like something that you've seen but you're just like, ooh, I want to try that at some point. I just haven't gotten around to it. I should do another tutorial video of something at some point. I have so many videos already that I need to edit and get made. Alright, let me pour this out. Ooh, come on. So much resin everywhere. No. Okay. So this one's going to be yellow. This one's going to be blue. I'm going to try and probably do these about even. I maybe want the least of these ones. So mostly this one. I think I want mainly blue. I want mainly dark blue. Actually, I probably want them to about even if I'm going to use that split cup. I'm going to try doing inclusions, just haven't gotten around to trying it yet. Ooh, what sort of inclusions? Do you have like an idea of something you want to include? Are you thinking like flowers? Are you thinking like little figurines? Yeah, so doing a set of dice with little lily pads in it was actually what kind of pushed me to actually get masters made. I had a set of the really cheap, like, I don't know, I think I got them from Amazon, but the really cheap molds for dice, and boy, those were a pain to work with. It's probably enough, but let's try and even it out a little bit more. And I made a die that had little lily pads in it, and it got such a good response to it. I was like, ooh, I should make more things that people will have a good response to. Yeah, I almost didn't get masters made. This was all an accident. The whole making and selling dice thing, I mean. I started making dice on purpose. I started selling them on accident. But it's worked out well for me. Now it's like, I want to do this full time. I'd love to do this full time. Alright, there's a little tiny bit of resin left in there, but I'm going to hold on to that just in case we need it. We've got this all divided up now. Let's go back to our forest one over here, because we want to do the mica drop before anything so that it has time to sink. Alright. I think this is actually going in here. I'm going to start with flowers because those seem a little easier than figurines. You know, I don't know. I'd almost think, it depends on the figurine. I almost think that the figurines might be easier because plants like to get air trapped. And they have more of a mind of their own. So there's kind of pros and cons here. Like flowers, you don't have to be as precise with them because they do have a mind of their own and they're going to kind of end up where they want to end up. Which can be a bonus because if you're like, I don't know how to position things yet, flowers are nice because they kind of position themselves to a certain extent. But, you know, you have a little bit less control with flowers. Whereas with little figurines, you can place them in the mold exactly where you want. And, you know, depending on how you do it, they're going to stay where you want. You know, they might sink depending on if you're trying to get them to be in the middle or whatever, but you can always like make a little base of resin and just attach them there and they will stay there. The other thing with flowers is that air likes to get caught in them because they have lots of little things for air to get trapped in and they've got a lot of air in them already. Whereas with like a piece of plastic or something, they're not going to have as much air like inside of them. Hopefully this is heavy enough to sink. Hopefully I added enough of the mica. Later. So yeah, there's pros and cons to both. Honestly, it's all fun. So, you know, do whatever you want. It's all fun and it's all an experiment. Ooh, I like this yellow. It's pretty. It's so sparkly. Oh, it all sparkle. It's gonna be so hard to show on camera. It's all blown out, but it's so sparkly. It looks so sparkly on the dice too. And I think the dark moss is a good call because I think it is gonna make these pop a lot more. I can already see the like blue against the like dark moss in there. The blue of this interference, it's showing up really well. Okay. Just continuing down the line here. Right there. Up here. Ooh, this is. Let's see if I can show you the top of one of these dice maybe in a second. To show you how sparkly it is. I don't know that the sparkles are going to show up on camera. It's so hard to show sparkle on camera. It's so sad. I'm just going to need a bit more. Somewhere in here. Actually, I'm going to add more blue to the D20. So I'm going to want to add a little bit more resin to some of these, but let's see if I can show you on the... What do you do with any spare resin you may or may not get? I'll put it in different molds. There we go. It's kind of hard to see just how sparkly it is, but so you can see that blue and the yellow there. Pretty. I was talking about earlier, I've been making a bunch of random raw dice. Oh, I've got some over here. Because I sell them at in-person events. I have like a big bin of random raw dice. You can buy them individually. And those tend to do pretty well, so I've just been making a bunch of random raw dice. I'll grab out some molds if we've got some extra resin, and we can just pour them into some random dice molds. Probably some percentile dice. I seem to be the lowest on those at the moment. I used to do like little like keychain molds. I actually have one over here I might do. I now turn those into, you know, keychains and necklaces and things. Again, good for in-person events. People tend to be more willing to spend $5 than 110 for a full set. Oh, I should probably make more keychains next week. Sorry, I just had a realization. I need to look and see which keychains I need to make, because I probably need to make those. Oh, I'm not going to be able to make those Thursday night because I need to head out on Friday. I might need to pour resin on Monday. I have 2 pressure pots now. I can actually do back-to-back resin, which is so exciting. Oh, yeah, this works out actually. I actually did want to just mix up a little tiny bit of dark blue resin because I wanted to see if I could fix this dye. And I wanted to see if I could kind of fix this dye. So it's good. I've got left a little bit there. Okay, just like here. There we go. Now I'm just trying to patch up a corner there, so we'll let that one go. See if we can get those patched up. And that's why I hold on to a little bit of resin. probably get a couple single molds to do that. You usually just kind of put lefters in like a coaster mold. I mean, that works too. I don't know, it's just useful to have another extra little mold. You can make whatever you want. Yeah, I do like having my dice molds individual. I used to make them all in one like giant slab mold. Oh, I might need that actually. I used to have them all in like one giant slab mold, and then I changed to doing them as individuals. I like that, and part of that was just because I like doing sets of dice where every die is different, and if you have all of your dice together, sometimes the tops will, mix and mingle and stuff, and you don't want that. You want all of your dice to feel completely different. Where's all of my stuff sliding off of here? Why are you sliding? Huh? Why are you sliding, Resin? Stop that. You're supposed to be going into the mold, not off of the mold. Yeah, so hopefully that is sinking. I think it is. I'm just gonna... I think that all looks pretty good. I'm just going to spritz these down. A little bit of rubbing alcohol to help break the surface tension there. And I'm going to set those over here. This is just a little lid from a thing that I used to put all of my stuff into the pressure pot. And we're going to let these sit for a minute and let all of the air bubbles work their way to the surface, because I'm sure there's air bubbles in there. And then we'll end up spritzing them down again, I'm sure. No, do that there. Perfect. Okay, cool. Got those out of the way. Let's see. Probably the dirty pour next. Let's at least get the colors going. This one might look kind of green at first. This is technically a green ink, and it turns blue. It turns very blue in the resin. So this is the one that we added all the black foil and a little bit of blue glitter to. So let's mix this up, see how it looks. See if I can show you. It looks very blue on camera. Oh well. It looks very like tealy green, and then as you mix it, it turns more and more blue. Ooh, I like the blue glitter that I put in here, guys. Let's see if I can show you the sparkle that we're getting. There's not a lot of glint from the black foil, but I think that might just be because of how it is now. Once we get it into the mold, you can probably see it more. I don't know. I honestly just used the rubbing alcohol because that's what I started using, and it seemed to work okay. Part of that was just because I didn't want to damage my molds. I know that you can burn your molds with a lighter or a heat gun or whatever. And I wanted to try and avoid that. Alright, let's see if I can show you. I added some blue glitter. Yeah, you can see that in there. Yeah, I like that blue glitter I added. It was a good choice. I think I added the right amount too. It's like just enough to get a sparkle. Alright, this one we're going to do yellow. Probably 2 drops of yellow and a couple drops of white. Oops, I added 3 drops of yellow on accident. And then we're going to add some white. I think there's a piece of blue glitter in here, but honestly that's not a big deal since it's going to be going into the same dye as the... I want that fairly opaque. I don't want the blue to show through. There's also a cat hair there. There we go. Alright, a nice pale yellow. I'll have to look at this next to the other colors and see how it feels, but it might be okay. It might be okay to have it nice and pale. I could probably go even more pale, maybe. Oh my gosh, I could also get this cat hair out of here. Go away. I do not want you here, cat hair. Ah, there's more of it. Alright, I'm just gonna mix all of these. So I'm thinking maybe it should be lighter than this yellow. It's maybe kind of, oh my gosh, more cat here. Maybe a little bit close to this shimmery one. No, this is still darker. I don't know. I feel like maybe I could go lighter on this yellow. Go really pale with it. Yeah, I think that's nice. Good yellow. Good light blue. And then we can always put these into our split cup and then leave it there for a minute while we mix up our other colors, which will probably be good because I do want this to be rather thick when we pour it so that the colors stay separate, nice and separate. All right, ooh, pretty. Man, I like this one so much. It's so pretty. It actually matches this blue really well. Black flecks are kind of interesting in there. I don't know, it's cool. It adds a little bit of texture. I think I might add a little bit more white to this and make this a little bit more pale. It's also going to make it more opaque, which is good. Oh, there we go. I like that better. I like that better. It maybe feels slightly like a slightly different yellow than this yellow, but I think it'll be okay. I think it still matches the rest of everything else. All right. Yeah, there we go. Well, it looks even, I feel like it looks even more pale on camera. There, we got all our colors. Do I want to do it in this order? Maybe I'll do it in order. You know, I was thinking of mixing it up, but I think I kind of like it where it's in order. Because then you're going to have all it kind of fade from the yellows into the blues and stuff. I like it like this, I think. Let's do it in this order. All right. So we're going to put this into our split cup. I'm going to get this cat hair off of my finger, off of my glove. Hopefully we've got enough resin here. I think we should. The nice thing about using this split cup that I made before is that, like when I made it, it wasn't like completely sealed between the sections. Things kind of, you know, worked their way into the other sections, but since I've already used this, resin has kind of filled up those spaces and has made it nice and distinct sections. Alright. I'm going to get all of this out of here so we can get it in there. You know, I probably should have mixed up a little bit of extra. Something I found with when doing dirty pours is that it helps to have a little bit extra resin, because with other sets I can scrape out the cup like this and then put it into the mold with like my little stir stick here. Doesn't work very well for dirty pours where you want all the colors to be separate. So like it wouldn't be as useful to scrape this out and put it into the mold. But hopefully we have got enough there. So there's our light yellow. Let's go for our slightly darker yellow next. These sections aren't all exactly the same size since I made this, so hopefully I have enough room here for this yellow. Excellent. So I'm trying to gently layer this so that I don't end up with this yellow everywhere, because the section for it is a little bit small. I think I'll have enough resin. I'm glad I didn't make more, because there would not have been room for it. Alright, next is the light blue. Okay. Hey, get out of there, yellow. You're supposed to be in your section. More cat hair. Oh, alright, let's see here. What should we talk about now, guys? That's the eternal struggle with streaming, is just like having things to talk about. I need to like actually go out and do things just so I have things to talk about on stream. I guess I'll have a couple conventions to talk about soon. I think I do have the Empire's SMP dice that I need to finish up. I realized yesterday that I'm not going to have any more chances to stream, I think, before those are going in the shop. So I need to just get all of those inked. I also need to start working on the videos for those, but I think I want to get at least the vlog for the last convention that I did done first. Those will hopefully be fairly quick to do. I also need to work on the videos for the commissions that I'm working on right now. So I try to do a video for all the commissions that I do. Each commission gets a video of making that set of dice. So I should actually start on those, because I like to send those out when I send out the whatever was commissioned. And some of those are, they're all in progress. Some of them are closer than others to being done. Like the tray over here and stuff. I should probably get that video mostly made so that I can get that sent out at the same time as the tray, because the tray is not going to take a lot of cleanup work like a set of dice will. I'm not going to have a couple of weeks where I leave them in the polishing tumbler. I'm probably just going to sand off any rough edges and call it good. Send that out. Oh, this is such a pretty multi-chrome blue-green color. I like this so much. Okay, there's that one. And our last one, our translucent blue, with our blue glitter and black flecks in it. Let me get the last little bit of this in here, and then I'll show you the pour cup here. It's looking cool. I'm liking these colors, I think, even more now that I have them all like right next to each other in the pour cup here. I think it's going to be cool. I think it's going to be very Starry Night. Even if things mix, like, that's fine. Like, even if it doesn't end up looking very like a Starry Night type thing, I feel like I'll be okay with it, because, these colors look cool together. Alright, sweet. There's our colors right there for our Starry Night set. Let's mix up, I think, our candy corn colors. I think I have a couple of pipettes that we're going to use to gently layer these on top of each other. Well, we're going to wait for these to get nice and thick before we do that. So we'll probably mix these up and then pour our dirty pour before coming back and gently layering our candy corn dice. Although I might do the first layer, because that doesn't need to be thicker. We just have to wait for things to thicken up before we put them on top. So the color is, there's like white at the top and then orange and then yellow at the bottom. So I put these with the highest number down. So we'll do a little bit of white in there first. There's our yellow, or gold as the case may be. There's our orange, it's just going to be in the middle. I'm not too worried about mixing air in here, which is nice and convenient since I have a pressure pot. I'm going to let them sit for a minute to let some of the air rise to the surface and work its way out, but that's part of the reason I'm okay with furiously mixing like I am and working some air in there, because it shouldn't be too big of a deal. Alright, there's our colors for that. Should we do our dirty pour now? Have things been sitting long enough? I'm just trying to get a sense of, is this thick enough? It'll probably be okay. They might mix a little. Oh wait, you know what I was going to do? I was going to do the white first. That's right, let's do that first. Let everything have a chance to thicken up. We'll put the white in here first. Just trying to do a nice little layer. I probably should have done slightly less white and slightly less yellow, because I think the candy corn is mainly, oh no, I need more yellow actually. Never mind. I think we're good, but I should have done slightly less white, because it's going to get displaced a little bit since we're not doing these in very, like, I'm not doing a pour, letting it cure, and doing another pour. I'm doing it all together. This is going to get displaced a little bit when I put the orange on top of it, and it's going to move up the sides, and so it's going to seem taller than it actually is. We actually probably want the most of the yellow in there, because it's not going to have a chance, it's going to be displacing other things. It's not going to have as much of a chance to, like, actually just be a layer on its own, I guess. So I probably should have made more of the gold, but that's okay. We're just making dice for fun today. Things don't have to be perfect. I don't know if I don't think I mentioned it here. I did just open up pre-orders for handmade dice advent calendars. I opened those up yesterday in my shop, so that's kind of exciting. We'll see how many pre-orders I get. That's going to affect how many I make. I have them this early so that I have time to make them, depending on how many I get in. I did set a limit. I think I only set it so that there's like 7 available or something. Hopefully I have enough of the other colors, because I don't think I want to add too much more of this white. Well, I do need to add some to this D2 though. How am I going to do that? Do you think I can? No, that is not making it to the bottom. Probably a pipette would have been good, but oh man, I was hoping I wouldn't have to use a pipette for the white, but there's a cat hair on the pipette. Okay, there we go. Should be enough in there. Yeah, I don't want to use too much more in these because I want to leave room for the other colors. It should just be a little bit of white. Yeah, hopefully I have enough of the other colors. Alright. Orange is going to be next, and then yellow, so I'm going to put the orange closer to me. Alright, let's do, I think, the dirty pour. I think that's going to be next on the docket here. Alright. These are always fun. I'm going to spritz this down if there's bubbles on top of it. Once again, there's our colors. I'm quite excited for this. I think they're going to turn out good. So the big problem with doing split cup pours like this is that the colors don't all get there at the same time, so you get like a big blob. So I'm going to, that's fine. Ooh, those are not pouring evenly at all. Let's just, let's get one more yellow. Ooh, I like these colors. I don't know that it's Starry Night, but I like the colors. Yeah, I do worry that I didn't have quite enough resin in here, so this might end up a little bit mixed, but we'll see. Oh no, it might be okay. It's gonna be close. All else fails, I'll scoop out a little bit of the color into the D8 or whatever, it'll be fine. Ooh, I like these colors. Yeah, I don't know that it feels very Starry Night. I maybe needed a little bit more blue for Starry Night. But put a little bit of blue here. That's fine. Some shimmery blue here. Maybe if I had landed it all in the molds, I would have had enough, but I definitely got a little bit overzealous with some of these. Alright, let me show you the D2 because it's looking really pretty. But yeah, maybe not super Starry Night, but I like the colors. I guess we'll see. This is one of those things where we'll see when we pull them out. We'll see how they look when we pull them out. Get a little bit into the this circle, the zero here at least. Help prevent air bubbles getting trapped. It's not too big of a deal on most of these, but yeah, okay. I think that's pretty good. We still got a little bit of resin in there. We'll figure that out. Let's get these off to the side now as well. Oh, good. It looks like things are sinking over here. That's what we want. Oh, it's good that I left a little bit of clear as well, because I did just realize that I didn't put some resin on the lids for the other set either. I just did that backwards. I just set the lid on the tray and the dice outside of it. Alright, got those out of the way. Let's grab a random die to throw some of this extra stuff in, and then we will get the candy corn ones. Woo, that was loud. Get the candy corn ones on me. I need more D10s. And more D20s. Alright, we're gonna grab a D20 mold and a couple of D10 molds. I don't know if they'll have enough resin to fill them, but let's see if we can do a D20 with the. I don't think we'll have enough with this left over, but we can try. I think I'm just gonna go down the line. We'll start with the yellow. This yellow. So. Oh, actually, never mind. I have an idea. I was gonna say I don't know what I want to do after I finish what I want my next theme to be, but I'm gonna be working on the advent calendars, like I mentioned, and then I think I want to get some Halloween dice made, which this is fitting. This is the start of that. I have some kind of Halloween sort of dice already, and I'm gonna be doing a Halloween convention thing in October, so I definitely want to have things ready for that. I might want to do some more like Halloween kind of jewelry as well. What should I do for like Halloween themed jewelry? Maybe like some little black cats. Oh wait, I have some little cat molds that are like flat. I could do like a little black cat, like earrings or something. That'd be cute. Maybe little space cats. Oh, I like that idea. Yeah, for conventions and stuff, I found it's very useful to have some non-dice items. For both people that aren't really into D&D and dice and stuff, but also just because, less expensive items. A bit of blue. Cats are always yeah, that might be an idea. I'm going to add a little bit more to our yellow here, just so that hopefully we have enough resin for this. And I'm going to keep a little bit in here so that I can do these molds lids. We'll just do those right now. I'm just putting a little bit of resin on the lids so we don't get any air trapped between the lids, like in the numbers and things. Get that cat hair out of there. So much cat hair. Okay. Yeah. Make sure I'm doing the right ones. These two ones. There we go. Yeah, I might just put this last little bit into this gold here. I forgot that I had some random ones here. A couple of other random dice. Should I do a little bit of red to try and patch this? Do a little bit of red to just try and patch this. Why not? What's it gonna hurt? There's just a little corner on this D20 here that's got a bubble. See if we can fill in that bubble. Just a little bit of red. A little bit of red resin. Might not even put the lid back on this one. Actually, it might work better if I don't. try and fill in this little hole. Like that. Try and make sure there's no like huge air bubble trapped in here. Put a little bit of extra resin off to the side to pull in if needed. Alright, cool. We got that now. Alright. Yeah, so I think this can go towards the gold here, which is good. I don't know that I want to do any more white, and I'd kind of given even amounts to the white, the orange, and the yellow. Now there's, how much do I have here? Yeah, that's closer to 15. Yeah, I think that's better. Alright, let's do the candy corn. So I want to gently layer these. I think this is starting to get thicker, the resin is. It definitely feels like it feels stickier. Good indicator that it's getting there. I'm going to try and gently layer these things with a pipette. Otherwise, I think they're going to mix a lot if I just pour it in. It's really going to displace that white, but this way I can try and just set it on top of the white. It's still going to displace it, but hopefully not as much. Honestly, even if they end up a little bit mixed, that's going to be okay. It'll just be stylistic. I did it on purpose, totally. What do other people have planned for the rest of the day? I was telling my schedule earlier, it's going to be a busy day for me. I need to go clear off the table right after this. Oh, actually, I need to leave in about 2 minutes. That's fun. Yeah, so we're gonna fill these up, and then I need to head out. There's a couple of local artist friends that have like a showing, a gallery thing, and they're having their like little opening thing at 4. It is 3:28 for me, and it's gonna take me about 20 minutes to half an hour to get over there. So I need to get all these things poured and then head out like immediately. Now let me get these last couple of dice put together. Okay, let's see if I can get stuff into this D2 here. We need more in our D20 for sure. And the D12. And this D10. Okay. Alright, and we're just going to fill in the rest with the gold. Another. Okay. Alright, and then we're going to do the gold here. But yeah, I need to head out. So, like I was saying before, no stream next weekend because I will be at a convention. If you are in the Spokane, Washington area, I will be at Lilac City Comic Con. Come say hi. I will have a different kind of stream the weekend after that, which should be fun, but it's something different that I haven't done before. I will get you guys more information on that once I get everything figured out for it. I'll get it scheduled so that it shows up on my channel as, you know, future live events or whatever. But that might not show up until not next weekend, but the week, you know, the week after next weekend, once I'm home and ready to work on things. But yeah, that should be fun. Let's see here. I have advent calendars available in the shop right now for pre-order. And I think that's pretty much it for me. Let me get these last couple of dice filled in and we will call it a day. I took so long waffling on what I wanted to make that now it's been 3.5 hours. I was like, yeah, I'll have plenty of time. I usually stream for like 2.5 hours, but that's usually where I'm going in with like kind of a plan already, and I've got, you know, everything set up. I've got my materials pulled. This time we spent 1.5 hours waffling, or 2 hours? How long did we spend waffling on what to make? I don't remember. It was a little while. And then, you know, actually getting things set up and poured. So it didn't take into account the extra hour it would take to figure out what we wanted to make. There really is a lot of time that goes into just like planning things and cleaning things and all that sort of stuff. I think that was part of the reason I made the video a while back of making a set of dice from start to finish, and I included the like design time and some of that other stuff, cleaning out the mixing cups, because there's a lot of time that goes into that. It's like 1.5 hours. Oh, okay. So we've spent another 2 hours pouring resin? Wait, how did that work out? What's the work time on my resin? Oh, I guess there was actually time to like get everything into the mixing cups and things. That's true. That's true. We spent some time actually getting all of the moss into the molds and the stuff into the mixing cups. And mixing up the resin, like getting the resin out and pouring it, and yeah. And also I think I am nearing somewhat the end of the work time here. It is starting to get thicker, which is what I wanted. I wanted to line it up so it was like the end of the work time when I was done with these, because I wanted this to be as thick as possible. Maybe it was too, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, how long have I been pouring resin now? I do push my resin like as far as it will go, as far as work time is concerned. Yeah. I just want to make sure I have enough resin here on all of these. A little bit of extra resin so I can fill in when I, you know, get all those air bubbles squished down in the pressure pot. Oh man, I just realized that I grabbed 2 percentile D10s. I didn't grab one of the regular D10s. I just realized that. Oh well, that's okay. I must have had it in the wrong stack. Too late now. If all else fails, these will just end up, you know, in the miscellaneous dice bin. If I decide that I can't stand to have 2 percentiles instead of a percentile and a D10. Okay. Alright. Let's get all this stuff put away. Fill this up the rest of the way with white. Cool, that's done. Fill this up the rest of the way with just a little bit of blue shimmer. And then probably some white. Oh, I guess I could put some more blue or yellow or something in here. We'll put a little bit of blue. Put this in there. Yeah, fill this up the rest of the way with some blue. And then we get the lids on. Cool, that one's done. We'll do another D10. I'll just do, here, I'll tell you what, I'll do some white and I'll do some blue. So that's a little bit of blue that's in here. Okay, cool. Mix that up. And I think we can finish this off with maybe the rest of the white. It looks like it'll be about the right amount. Excellent, that works out. And then we've just got a little bit of orange and red left here. We'll throw that into another random D10 mold. And I don't think that's going to get filled up all the way, which is fine. Let's fill it up the rest of the way next time. Alright, let's get some lids on. You guys see these? Not very well. So we're just gonna look at this. I think for some reason I was thinking that to get there at 4, I would need to leave at 4:30. I think that's how my brain was working. But now I am running late. Now I'm running late. But yeah, thanks for hanging out, guys. It was a fun little stream, even if it's a bit rushed here at the end. But I do appreciate it. I'll be back in a couple of weeks with another stream. I should have a new video this week, and then I have one I'm really excited about the week after this one. Those usually come out on Thursdays. No, I don't know. I don't know if people even notice what. I don't even know if people notice what days my videos come out, or they're just like, oh, a video, sweet. I don't know. I don't know if people even notice what days my videos come out, or they're just like, oh, a video, sweet. I don't know if people even notice what days my videos come out, or they're just like, oh, a video, sweet. but yes, I usually have new videos on Thursdays. So I will see you guys then. I'm preemptively wrapping up things, it seems like. 'Cause I'm saying goodbye before I actually have everything ready to go. Hopefully I'm not super late. Yeah. Oh, is there anything else that I need to say before I head out? Can't think of anything. I don't know, guys. Is there anything that I need to cover before I rush away to go to a friend's art show opening? Oh, I can't think of anything. I feel like that's one of those things where I ask you guys and you're like, I don't know, how am I supposed to know what you forgot? It always feels like I'm forgetting something, to be fair. I'm not necessarily forgetting something, but it always feels like I am. That's just the way it goes. I do that at work all the time with, like, you know, I have like closing duties type of thing. I have a checklist for it and everything, like, here's the things you need to get done before you leave for the night. And even though I have everything checked off on the checklist, I'm just like, am I forgetting anything? It always feels like I'm forgetting something. Anyways, I'm gonna go get these into the pressure pot, and I think that's all good. But yeah, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna head out now. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.